Talking sports, everything inside. PR loves them Bears, Chicago's pride. Bringing the heat, nowhere to hide. Four guys on a sports podcast. Three from Chicago to Philly, Green Bay to Michigan's tree. Talking touchdowns, wrestling, and more. With laughter and banter, we'll settle the score. Chaos and Eagles devotee, wrestling fan, wild and free. Charles cheers for the pack, no doubt. And McDonald's chicken, you can't live without. Four guys on a sports podcast. Three from Chicago to Philly, Green Bay, and Michigan's tree. Talking touchdowns, wrestling, and more. With laughter and banter, we'll settle the score. Tune in to our podcast show, where sports and friendship always flow. From rivalries to camaraderies and praise. We're four guys, leaving our mark in this space. Four guys on
I do like the McDonald's chicken sandwiches.
That's so funny.
Can't live without the chicken sandwich.
Yeah, I can't live without the chicken sandwich. All right.
That's funny shit.
Listen, any chance we get to start the show talking about women's basketball, I'm all about it.
Hell yes.
And shout out Caitlin Clark hitting 5 threes in her NBA debut. 21 points, was it?
I think it was 21, 22 points.
21 points with the chance to hit the game winner at the buzzer. Didn't fall. Bummer, but coming in hot on that 12-17, I think.
Yeah, who was that who said that she wouldn't be able to do
Taurasi.
that? Yeah.
Taurasi? Yeah.
Yeah.
Diana
She was
Taurasi.
shooting it from wherever she wanted to.
Bro,
with
like
no issue.
an
she showed the difference in talent between current WNBA and the women who are coming up.
Absolutely.
Her and Angel Reese and the other
Camilla.
woman that you
Camilla.
guys signed
Camilla.
they're gonna eat.
Yeah.
And it's not just that. Even Paige that went from Stanford and she went to
Oh, Bukers.
Beauty
Or whatever.
Paige
Bukers,
Bucher.
Beckers.
Yeah.
Breckers. She went to LA. Like they are not playing around. Like these rookies in this class are not playing around with these vets, and it's like they're definitely gonna take the W into a whole different direction than previous years. And I think these are the girls to possibly do it. And the girls that are gonna come in the next few years are probably just gonna keep taking it to the next level.
It's how the NBA got built. It's how the NFL works. It's how every sports work. If your sport, look, everything else set to the side, right? The biggest problem with the WNBA is the teams are either good or they're absolute butt.
Right.
They have been for a decade, for how long they have been. And I don't mean, look, these women are professional athletes that are out there applying their craft. So it's not, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but let's be honest.
Brink.
That's the one.
The competition level in the WNBA has not been stiff. You get people like Lisa Leslie, you get a couple of superstars in there, and they dominate the league. But now you have Angel Reese, you have Caitlin Clark, you have these Aja Wilson, like you have these women who are coming up and they have handles like they have real handles. Like they will break your fucking ankles. They have shot from anywhere. Caitlin, I'm sure, could have shot from the logo and would have made it. And this is not, Caitlin Clark, the white savior of the WNBA. Shut the fuck up with that shit. This is Caitlin Clark, the most talented scorer in women's basketball history since the evolution of the sport.
In NCAA basketball history.
And this is the crazy thing with them right now. They're
men's or women's.
Men's or women's, exactly.
They got 12 teams on paper right now.
Yeah,
and
another
they
one coming.
Golden State is getting added. And when last year they want to get to 18, I thought, man, that's a stretch. but seeing that the level of talent that's going to be coming in, and if they do this right, like we talked about them before, there's a reason why they want to get from under the NBA, because they have something up their sleeve. They wouldn't be trying to be this aggressive if they didn't have something planned for the future. And to go from 12 to 18 teams, you're trying to make moves. That's not a slight little walk in the park. And, and it's going to cost money. It's going to be troubles. It's going to be some growing pains.
But I believe new investors have piqued interest now.
Well, look at the sport. It's crazy.
Yeah. I think doors have opened that were once locked. Yeah. Like, I don't even think they have to knock anymore. I think people are getting excited to hear that the WNBA would like to talk to them.
Right.
Well speaking of knocks, though. Sorry, Mike.
No, you're good.
One of the knocks I will have on the rookies is they were very, very particular about calling fouls on the rookies. I believe Caitlin Clark had 4 or 5 fouls, and a lot of them were her reaching in. They were typical plays that she would have made in college, and they wouldn't have called a foul on her. Right. But yes, they're in the NBA and WNBA. There are a lot of ticky tack BS. And these are learning things. They're going to be growing pains.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to learn. It's a different speed.
There's also ego involved with that ref.
Oh yeah,
you ain't going to come to the NBA and think you're going to be something special.
For sure. But he did it with the Chicago players as well. It wasn't just Angel had a couple dumb.
I'm going to put you in your place because I'm the ref and you're the player. Yeah, like no. But the thing is,
welcome to the league, Rook.
Exactly. The thing is, it's a different speed, right? Like now, I think women's college basketball, we saw this past year, it eclipsed the men's basketball tournament.
I think so.
By far, right? So
it's not the first time.
The women's game is evolving at a way that maybe men's college basketball isn't evolving, that the that the NBA has. Now, at the professional level, the men have it figured out because they've been doing it the league's been in existence for 100 years. At the college level, I think the women are starting to finally understand, like, there's something to making changes and evolving and not being set in our ways.
Right.
Let's get a different coach. Let's bring somebody like a Dawn Staley in who's not a quiet coach, who's not the type of coach that's just going to let people be, complacent on the sideline. If you're sitting on your ass or you're sandbagging her, Dawn Staley's going to pull your ass out the game and you're not getting back in that game. And that's the difference in women's college now is the coaches are like, fuck no. I went through this some of them. I went through this as a player. I'm not going to make it to where it's the same old rotation because that same old rotation kept the WNBA in the sports doghouse for the longest. Up until this year, I can't remember an entire ESPN broadcast for the women's tournament. And look at how high the WNBA draft ratings went this year.
I think that one thing that helps the female college, this is just my opinion. Again, I said it before, them staying there for 4 years gives the people the familiarity with their name and allow them to get used to the players. So by the time they make that jump, different.
Great minds think alike here, Paul. I was just about to ask you guys a question. Something that's exciting for me as a viewer is next year, I know that I can look forward to Paige Beckers from UConn and not Juju Smith-Schuster, but Juju Watkins from USC. And there's a handful of other ones because I'm the recording symbol's going, my mind's going blank. My point with this, though, is that I know what to look forward to, who to look forward to, what's going to be exciting. I have no idea what the hell's going on in men's college basketball until the season starts. I don't know the NBA draft. Are you going to the G League? Are you going to Europe? It's a one and done world. I mean, I'm excited for Michigan men's basketball, and that's just because of this transfer world, new coach. I mean, this is like buying a brand new car. It smells good until you fart in it a bunch of times, right? Like, we got to smell
talk about
the
elephant in the room when it comes to women's basketball, though. These people that are opening their mouths on TNT and the NBA about the WNBA players, Taurasi, all these people that called out all these rookies and said, "Yeah, there's a big learning curve. You guys got to watch your ass." Why is your ass not in the WNBA coaching these players if you think that you can do better? That's the other part of it.
Not just that too. Like if you're calling out rookies like that on national TV,
that's jealousy.
You're not somebody I want around the game anymore. You seem bitter as fuck. Get the fuck out. Like we're trying to grow the WNBA. You know what doesn't do that? Snakes. Get the
Right.
fuck out. Like, you need people who want to foster growth and teach these women how to be not only basketball players, but business women. People who know how to help them manage their brand. And obviously,
Right.
Diana Taurasi, as great of a player as she was in the WNBA and for the Olympics, if you call out a rookie and tell them to watch your ass and you're a TV personality and not a player, shut the fuck up and do your job.
This is the thing. When players like that at
I
her
hate that
age,
shit.
that are at her age, again, she's 41 years old. She's definitely her years are numbered when it comes to the W. Like, she's got this year, maybe one more year left, depending on how she plays.
Right, but you didn't see Shore out there saying stupid shit like
Right,
that. That's what I was bringing up. You know,
I think
She's
she's
out there
threatened
encouraging.
because they're gonna take away from what she like. They're gonna make it seem like they're gonna forget about me. You can't
Right.
forget about something that you've already put 20 years into it. We're not taking your greatness away, Diane. We're not.
No, but
We
I
know
could
what-
point out that the defense she played against was like scoring 11 points a game and giving up 50 to the good teams. 50, not 80.
Well,
Not
right. Let's
50.
talk about that. Wasn't there only about 8 or 9 teams too when those guys played?
I think
I'm
it was
pretty
10.
sure it was.
I think it was like 10 teams. And this thing, when the league started, since then, 6 teams have already gone defunct. And
Yeah.
like Tulsa, Detroit Shock started in Detroit, ended up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now
Yeah,
they're
the
in
Lady
Dallas.
Pistons.
But
The Lady
they did
Pistons.
win,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they did win a WNBA championship.
The
Right.
Lady Pistons won.
They won one. Won one.
The men Pistons won the same year, and
Yeah.
Little Caesars became the best pizza in America all in that same year. Illich killed it.
I think Diana is just threatened by the fact that she might be forgotten because this
I
new
agree.
breed of females are coming in, storming and taking over
Yeah.
the league as rookies. And when she was a rookie and majority of her career, nobody was paying attention to the WNBA like they're about to now. Which again, it's not
Alpha female
these girls'
complex.
fault. It's not
Right,
these
so
girls'
100%.
fault that they start a new trend that they're bringing
Right.
to the league. As
You know-
a veteran, you should be happy that these girls are putting
Right.
a spotlight on the league because
Right.
you helped get these girls where they're at now. So you still paved the way for these girls to be able
Right.
to do this. What are you angry about?
So, question for you: the rise of Caitlin Clark, similar to the rise of LeBron James? Yay or nay?
I can see it.
The only reason I say no is because LeBron, it's so different. You know what?
I'm just hyped.
Matter of fact,
not
let
person.
me
I
let
can
me-
see the similarities.
Let me kind of reflect on. Let me go back
Yeah.
and say yes. Actually, they are very similar. They're done in different fashions. Obviously, it's
Right.
two different things. But yeah, I mean, Caitlin Clark
So,
is yeah.
so now, Patrick, yay or nay?
I'm in between. Coming out
Yeah,
of high
yeah.
school is way different than playing. 4
Okay,
years
so
of college.
that's my point. Now LeBron. Well, that's part of the point. Adding to it, so LeBron James came out of high school, absolutely no proven talent, 100% not proven. Who did he play against?
high school kids. Yeah.
Who did he play against? Okay, but you didn't hear this shit about LeBron James coming into the league. It was about what could he do, not what he wasn't going to be able to do.
Right.
So why, on the same foot, do you have former WNBA superstars telling us, new viewers, what they think their new superstars aren't going to be able to accomplish?
Now, to rebuttal your point with the whole LeBron situation, they
Yes,
might
sir.
not have done it vocally and been said on social media like they are right now. For just like it goes back to
Right.
but you'll see some clips from Cats back in the day when he got into the league saying that he's just an 18, 19-year-old kid. He ain't about to do shit. However,
Active players.
active players saying
Yeah,
the shit.
'cause-
Now,
'cause
the only
pride.
thing that's
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
course.
Yeah, you don't want
Yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
18-year-old rookie coming in and
But-
putting you on
Right,
your
right,
ass.
right.
But the only difference, and I'm not going to say but, because it's still the same shit. The only
Yeah.
difference between what happened with LeBron with active players and what's going on with Caitlin Clark, Diana Taurasi literally said it on national TV
As
for
an
millions
ambassador for
for millions of viewers to see. So now you're damaging this girl before she even got to league because you're upset at what?
right.
Yeah.
Well, and
That-
here's the
see-
thing. Not a lot of people are talking about this because what? They don't want to piss off Diana? Well, here's the thing.
I
If you're
ain't
going to
scared.
walk into that kitchen on fire, bitch, you can get some smoke.
Yeah. Well, this is the other thing too. Like, I think the biggest difference in the NBA and the WNBA is the superstars in the NBA love the game of basketball. Love it. Kobe Bryant was dedicated to basketball beyond his family. Michael Jordan was the same way.
I
LeBron
was
is
watching
the same
Kobe
way.
Bryant videos this week, dude. I'm sorry, but
Depressing.
I just
Yeah,
I
it's
miss
crazy.
I miss that. I
Me
miss
too.
that dude. I miss that human being so much.
Whereas in the
Like, I got something to say.
WNBA, and not only do they love the game of basketball, they want to further the game of basketball. So when a new talent comes in and is curious and says, now Kobe's not going to fuck with no rookie who wants lessons. Like, that's not going to happen. But if somebody comes in, a rookie comes in and he's on Cat's team or he's on, LeBron's team, and he's like, hey, help make me better. The tendency is of a superstar, let's help make this dude better. The more money he makes, the more money I make. In the WNBA, it has never been that way. There has never been a mentor for women to go to and say, look, let me get you better. Let me show you better competition means better ratings equals better pay share equals more jersey sales.
And
That
you-
mentality does not exist in the WNBA.
And you know
who
what's
is
funny?
the senior? Who is the senior WNBA player
It's
right now
gotta
that
be
like is
Diana
that
Taurasi.
person?
Diana Taurasi is the
Yeah.
most, like, she's probably the most oldest person right now outside of maybe Breonna Stewart, but she's not even, I think she's in like her mid 30s.
No, I
But,
mean
like,
it's still playing like like a LeBron
Breonna
that's still
Stewart,
playing, that's mentoring
Diana
players.
Taurasi. Nobody.
Diana-
Still playing?
Nobody's doing that.
Diana Taurasi's
I
ish
think
playing.
she's 41. She's 41 years old.
Yeah.
Are
This
we
is-
gonna get this? We're gonna get to see a Diana Taurasi versus Caitlin Clark. Is that what
She
you're
don't
saying?
want that. She don't
know
want
what?
that smoke.
This is the thing.
I didn't
think
even
the
know this
big-
was. I honestly don't know this much about. I didn't know this is a thing. Charles is looking at it like I am. I did not know this. I thought she was just.
Oh no, she was all over doing an interview.
Oh boy. So she's gonna catch her own heat from this.
And this is the thing. The
This
difference
could get
Yeah,
real bad.
oh,
for
yeah.
her.
game shit
It's
versus
terrible.
the Caitlin Clark, okay? Because Charles, I agree with you. It has its similarities, and nobody talked about it like that with with LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
The difference between LeBron is they talk shit in the sense of I'm not just gonna let him walk in the league.
He's gonna earn it.
I'm gonna earn it. Diana
Right.
Taurasi was making it seem like you ain't shit,
You don't belong
Yeah.
here yet.
right? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was
And so
super, it was so
it was super
uncomfortable
disrespectful.
watching it.
It was cringe
Yeah.
almost. It was low key
Yeah.
cringe, and it's like
No,
Yeah,
it
it's
was
like,
high key
damn,
cringe.
girl, put your
When
fucking,
she was
put your sneaks
on
on.
t- this
Put your
is the
sneaks
thing.
on.
Like,
Go out there 1v1 that shit.
if you got a podcast,
1v1 me.
oh my god, she don't want that smoke.
She
If-
does have that podcast, though, doesn't
if-
she?
But this is what I'm saying. If you
Yeah.
got a podcast and that's your thing, and like there's not 100 million people watching your podcast, you ain't Joe Rogan, you ain't these big podcasters, right? So say what you want to say, talk a little shit. Cool, I'm with that, right? Nobody wants to go in and have a rookie bust 21 on their head. Like, you don't want that shit. Whoever was guarding Caitlin Clark in their preseason game is going to be like, God damn it, what the fuck? But she
And she
came
pulled
in,
up from
she
wherever she
did
wanted.
exactly what she said. She put 21 on
Yeah.
your head. First game in the WNBA. Now, if you're Diana Taurasi, you look like an asshole because
now you gotta back that shit up.
everything you just said she couldn't do, her
Right.
first game, barely a
Big
mini
bro.
camp, comes in here and puts
Yeah.
it on an established.
And it's
This
funny
is,
too,
this is
because
just
I mean,
the preseason. This
yeah,
is just
yeah.
the preseason.
and I mean, and it's happening exactly how we explained it was going to happen. She's going to be taking 25 to 34 footers, like they're
Well, that's why they gave her the
19
green
footers.
light too. They let her shoot because it was
Yeah.
preseason.
And the
She's
best-
going to be a little more under control in the regular season. She's not going to get
I
to
mean,
shoot
I don't
25
know.
threes,
What
but
was it? It was 21 points.
she
6
didn't shoot very
rebounds.
well, though. I think she only shot like 38%. But still, I mean, you're shooting from 30 feet out.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the
Not
yeah,
Steph.
I mean, nitpicking, getting into the nitpicking thing of it, absolutely. It's game one. It's going to be, what is there, like 14
Charles,
games
you said it.
in this season?
How many
or-
points does she need to average to become a WNBA All-Star? And you said 21 to 22 points a game. Well, she's at 21 right now.
Yeah.
If
So-
she can stay at this pace throughout the whole season, she's going to be an all-star. She's going to be a shoe-in for rookie.
Her
race.
biggest knock after one game she needs to focus on, if she wants to be that point guard. She had 5 turnovers. She did not look good, comfortable passing the ball. Either that or the team. There's just no chemistry with the teammates. It's only, what, 2 weeks into training camp with these players anyway, so it'll get better.
Again, as the years go on and the girls get more comfortable and the ladies actually get comfortable with the league and it becomes this staple, the training camps will be better. The preseasons will be better. Like the discipline will get there.
Did Indiana have a second draft pick? Did they draft another player? Because I know Chicago had 2 in the top.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it was just Caitlin.
The year before, it's either the year before or it was the year before. They got Aaliyah Boston from South Carolina. So they had They had the number 1 overall pick 2 years in a row. So they got Aaliyah Boston last year, and they got Caitlin Clark this year. So they have.
Well, we can argue all we want. We know she was better. That team looked a lot better than it was last year. 79-76, Charles, was the final, or 78-76?
Yeah, they barely lost, I think. It was.
I mean, considering they were getting blown out by almost 30 every game.
Yeah, so Caitlin Clark was their only first round pick. They got
Cleveland came back. And
Celeste Taylor.
Yeah, Cleveland came back and beat Orlando.
And Leilani Correa in the second and third rounds. But Caitlin was their only. I'm gonna stop shitting on Diana Taurasi after this, but her career average points per game. Can anybody guess?
14.7.
18-9.
17.
16 flat.
Oh, who said 14?
Me.
Yeah. You're fucking closest without going over. Fuck you.
Can you guess LeBron's average points this season?
Oh, LeBron's this season?
Oh, shit. I meant
25.2.
28.7.
25.7. So this is the difference in the two most well-known people in their respective leagues.
Now,
LeBron dominates.
Who's Maya Moores?
Maya Moore hasn't played in like 6 years.
I know. I miss watching her play too. She's doing great things. Good for her.
She's out here.
And her
She's
husband.
out here healing the world.
Yeah.
Average
Wrongdoings.
points per game.
Paul, the next time they bring up that LeBron James thing, bring up
19.3.
Havlicek.
Yeah.
It really pisses people off.
19.3
Maya
points
Moore
a game.
averaged 19.3, 8.6 rebounds, and 3.5 steals a game.
This is the thing that people fail to realize too. The WNBA season is only like 30 games long. So
I said 14. Fuck.
It's
Same
like
thing,
I think it's like 20 to 30 games long. The playoffs are way shorter as far as
the
playoffs.
season's like 3 months. That's it.
Right. It's only the summer.
Fucking baseball players have 3 days off in between their whole season.
So again,
Pretty much, yeah.
I think Diana Taurasi has the record for most points as a career.
She does 10,187
So, again,
or something.
Yeah, but she's also still playing. This is the LeBron James fact. Charles brought this up. You brought it up. Mike's brought it up. The longer you play, obviously, the more personal accolades you're going to have.
Correct. So she's been in the league 20 plus years. So, well, no,
I think
not
Sabrina
even-
Ionescu will be the first to break that 10,000 point.
Probably. She's averaging, 22, 23 a game?
So
That chick can shoot the ball.
she shoots like
so this is the other crazy thing. So she is by far the leader at 10,187 points. I think that's what I read.
Is there who's the next active person that's close to her?
I will look that up in a second. This is my point, right?
Yeah.
LeBron James has surpassed how many points in his career?
Well, he's been playing
Yeah,
for 56
over-
years.
right?
I think over
40,000?
40,000 points.
40,000 points.
Yeah,
Mhm.
56 years.
21
playing
years, you
bas-
better have.
Oh,
56
21 years?
How-
That's close.
You've been playing since
56.
he's 14.
How long has
Yeah, he's been
Taurasi
playing
been
50.
playing?
I think
he's been playing 56 years.
23, 24 years old she's been playing. Since like 2003 or 2004,
That's
I
the
think.
other thing.
So
A
about the
WNBA
same
career's
time.
cut short.
Let me see.
She played in 2000. She's played for 19 years. LeBron has played for how many?
21.
Okay, so 2 more years. You're telling me in 2 more years, granted the seasons are a lot longer, we've talked about that, but in 2 more years, he has 4 times the amount of points that you do.
Okay,
But
so
you're
WNBA seasons are 35 games long.
But you're the best in the league.
Yeah.
You're
So they're
not even.
35
This is
games
what
long,
this
there's
is what
80.
So
kills
that's
me,
like
right?
playing 40
So you're
seasons
paying-
for an NBA
40
WNBA player.
So this is the
That's
thing. 34
insanity.
games, 34 games in a season, right? We're gonna go with their
Fucking
first playoff
crazy.
period.
So he
For
did play
four-
50 years, Charles. WNBA year.
Yeah. WNBA years. He played almost 56 years.
So
That's
we're
one a
gonna-
man.
We got to bring that back
So
up again. That's going to be a good one later on.
What a man.
First time she won a championship was in 2007. So we're gonna go 2007. So in
The Seattle
2007
Supersonics, right?
2007, she played 32 games in the regular season, and in the playoffs, she played 9 games. So they pretty much swept everything. So that's
If you're a WNBA player and you
One
can't play all
game.
35 games, you're a pussy.
I'm like
Let's just be honest. These guys are out there playing friggin' over
82
110 games.
and that's if you make it all the way to the NBA Finals. You're playing well over 100.
Dude.
Literally, Diana Taurasi has like 790 games
And this
played.
is not discrediting Diana
Again,
Taurasi.
Look, this is
not
what I,
discrediting.
No,
This is
we don't
what
want
I-
to discredit her. We want to discredit what she said.
this
That's
is what
it.
I want to kind of stop myself and kind of refrain to. We're gonna get a bunch of comment from a bunch of women that we're men, straight men who are commenting on women's sports and we don't have an opinion. Blah 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 blah. Go fuck yourself. Just to preempt that because I know what's coming because we've got it in our
The
comments. before.
preemptive fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Because I have none.
it is not a dig at Diana Taurasi's career, right? But
Hall of Famer.
let's look at this, okay? LeBron is 1,492 games. He has doubled
Dude.
her career in 2 more years.
Dude, check this out. Listen to this text. I'm looking up NBA shit. So,
What are we doing?
Robert
I agree.
Parrish. Robert Parrish sits atop the leaderboard for most regular season games played in NBA history.
Oh yeah, he
How many?
fucking never lost.
Now,
He never
these,
missed the game.
These
I never saw the
games
guy.
were spread out over a 21-year career.
Mm-hmm.
Guess that number.
21
Okay,
years, and he
so-
barely missed.
I
Who'd you
bet
say?
you-
What did you say his name? Parrish?
Don't look it
Robert
up. Don't look
Parrish.
it up.
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm thinking
Robert
Boston
Parrish,
celtics.
1,700 games.
Chicago.
I was gonna say 1900.
So
Okay.
what is Pat saying?
1,750.
And you're saying 1900?
Yeah.
I want to say 2350.
Ooh, all of you are over. Guess again.
Over?
Okay,
all
so
of you
let's
are
go
over.
1,200.
Guess again. Okay, 1,200 from Mr. Chaos.
1350.
1,492.
1350. 1492. Big. Patrick, you're the winner. Closest without going over 1,611.
That's a lot of
Still
fucking
a lot.
games.
It's almost like a whole. It's almost like playing
a
all the
lot
regular
of
season
games.
games and never playing a playoff game.
That is a lot of games.
Yeah, that is a lot of games. From
That's a lot of miles on your
1976 to
leg.
1980 on the Golden State Warriors.
Wasn't he like
1980
7 feet tall, too?
1994, the Boston Celtics. Charlotte Hornets 94 to 96, and then to end his career with the Chicago Bulls 96 97.
Get
I
one
just-
last championship under his belt.
So
This
there's-
is the thing.
Here's do you know how many games a season Jordan averaged in his career?
I think it was
93.
There's only 82 games in a season.
he's
Oh, you're
trying to
just
put
talking
it,
regular,
Regular
season.
season. Yeah, I'm
Oh, I
sorry.
thought you were
It's
talking about the
78,
entire
Ah.
78, 79?
78,
Yeah, I was gonna say 75-ish.
75, Patrick,
70, 76.
80.
Oh shit!
I'm
Michael
like,
Jordan,
listen, his
80.
last 2 years in Washington.
All right,
he
how
played
many do you
all
think
82
LeBron
games.
played in his career? 65.
Yeah. We'll get.
I
to
mean,
those
come
numbers
on,
here
Mike.
soon.
We're just gonna.
we are. Don't worry, that's where it's rolling. But we'll get to those numbers soon because, like, Kobe Bryant, I think he averaged. I can't remember LeBron's. I'm looking it up, but Kobe Bryant, I think he averaged like 78, 79 games a year.
Well, like I said, you want to bring
Yeah,
up the
yeah.
LeBron James, Michael Jordan thing. Nobody ever mentions Havlicek.
Who?
John Havlicek.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Have you
Get
ever
out
looked
there.
his stats up? 8-0 in NBA championships. 8-0. 8-0. Yeah.
That's back
And
in
I
the
think
day.
he was an NBA All Pro, like 11 or 12 year. He was a rookie, or not rookie of the year. It might have been rookie of the year.
16 points a game, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 44.9 career field goal percentage.
Yeah, I think he was a
Oh
point
no,
guard.
actually, that's not even a career. That's just the 78, the 77, 78 season.
Yeah, I think he was just a point guard though. But he made that team run.
Oh shit, that dude had 26,000 points.
Yeah, he was no joke. But I mean, he's not the greatest basketball player of all time, but he might have the craziest stat line.
He
as far
averaged
as-
20.8 points a game. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's one of the greatest. He's one of the top 20 greatest basketball players of all time for sure.
Havlicek finished his 16-year career with the 8 NBA championships. As of 2019, only Bill Russell with 11 and Sam Jones, both of whom were Celtics teammates of Havlicek's, had won more NBA titles than he had. He had
LeBron
won
James
all
averaged
8.
71 games this season.
No,
all
this isn't a
8
knock on Jordan. It's just
NBA
if you want to
finals.
bring up LeBron,
No.
you bring up Havlicek because
No.
he's like some white.
Michael
guy.
is better than LeBron. 71 to 80 is less. Michael is the GOAT in debate.
There's that guy that always comments like he's that big troll that's always posting this shit out there, and it's like someone always brings up Havlicek. That's why I always thought it was funny, and it pisses this guy off so bad.
So he's got a career field goal percentage of 43.6.
I'll tell you what, I
career
got to give LeBron James some credit.
83,
79
free
games per season, and I had to do a retarded amount of math to figure that out. I mean, a stupid amount of math.
His career,
By
he
I-
averaged
I
22
mean, the
points a
AI
game.
I'm looking at.
That's not bad. I mean, he played from 63 to 77. He had a hell of a long career, and all with the Celtics. Damn.
Yeah, he was a dedicated, maybe the most dedicated.
Was he was during
Right.
the Red Auerbach era?
I
in
believe he
Boston,
was
right?
the 70s. Yeah, the 70s era. Where they
Oh,
won. I think they
fucking
won 6 in a row
already.
or something.
Did you guys, speaking of basketball, did y'all watch Winning Time? Or
No,
what
I
was that
haven't
called?
watched that.
Oh
The
my!
one
The
on
Lakers,
HBO?
the HBO Lakers with John C. Riley as Dr. Buss. Oh my
No.
God, bro! It is so fucking good. Adrian Brody is Pat Riley.
I'm pretty sure these stats are wrong. There ain't no way that motherfucker played 71 games this season.
Who? LeBron?
LeBron James.
He might have. They needed him big time this year because the rest of the team was
He
terrible.
played 79 games this season.
But yeah, just kind of watch Winning
See, I
Time
told you he
if
didn't
you
play
get a chance.
71.
Watch Winning Time. It's fucking dope, man. It's really well done too.
Winning time? All right, well, let's talk about these NBA first round playoffs. Why don't we do that? So, the Milwaukee Bucks first round exit yet again, this time to the Indiana Pacers, who had not won a first round NBA playoff series in over a decade.
Since Reggie Miller.
So, we could talk
Well-
about injuries all we want.
Could have said the same thing about the Timberwolves too. So
It's
Yeah,
been a
that's true.
long time.
yeah, Minnesota hadn't even made it to the second round in like
Over
30
20
years.
years. 20 years.
No, hold on. Listen, we're going to get to Minnesota and Michael Jordan's son. Don't fucking worry.
Michael,
All right.
no, too much hair.
Hair.
Too much hair.
Michael
Bro,
had
Michael
hair.
Jordan had a bunch of hair. For one,
Yeah,
he had
no,
hair
he-
and fucking
When
Yes,
did,
he
Michael,
had-
when did
Dude,
Jordan ever
okay,
have
listen.
hair?
I'm going to
He
say
had
one fucking
shaved
thing.
short
It's
all
Hold
the
on.
time.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Listen to me.
sweat hair.
Listen to me. One fucking thing. Are you ready? Space Jam.
Bitch.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just have one question.
Full
He
head
was
of
bald.
fucking hair in Space Jam.
No,
No,
He
he
is-
was
was
not.
bald.
I just have one
No, he
question.
wasn't. Go watch Space Jam.
Is Anthony Edwards bigger than Jaden Daniels?
No.
No, he's
No.
smaller than Jaden Daniels.
No,
Charles
he's
should
much
know.
smaller.
Charles
Yeah,
knows how tall everybody is.
Minnesota,
I mean,
man.
I'm not a guy who guesses at a
First, let's
carnival.
talk
But
about
yeah,
the disappointment of the Bucks in general.
yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I mean-
The sheer disappointment of with or without Giannis on the court. This
Mm-hmm.
whole season was underwhelmingly boring for them.
From the Adrian Griffin to the, I mean, so they're
Doc
paying
Rivers.
Mike Boot. It's the North Carolina photos in the Space Jam movie that shows you all the hair.
Well, those are fake. So
He had hair in college and in the first couple years of the
dude,
pros.
that little bit of fuzz that you want to call
He
hair on top of his
had
head, I got
hair.
that too. You call invisible
Bro, you have
clear
the
hair.
internet
Yes, I
at your
have it.
fingertips. How are you?
Every
You have
day.
the internet at your fingertips. All you
Y'all
have
are
to do
ridiculous.
is Google Michael Jordan in North Carolina, and you're like, no, dude, he ain't got no
I
hair.
said I had
It's
hair
all
till I was
fake.
23, and then I haven't had a haircut since.
Dude, and
So-
fucking this dude's 21.
Anthony Edwards also has like fucking the thickest hair in the NBA. Dude, freaking
He's
his
got
hair's
2
like
years,
this,
bro.
His hair's like
Yeah.
that fucking
Bro,
tall,
I had
dude.
thick.
Medicine is different now than it was 20 years ago.
No,
And I had, dude, LeBron James. Dude, listen, LeBron James from 2010 to like 2015. You could
Charles
you
is-
could play
Charles is starting-
Plinko through his
theory.
hairline.
Anthony
You could
Edwards.
throw a Plinko through his fucking hairline, and then
Look
magically
at
he grows
KD's
hair. KD, right? Like, don't get me started with this. Michael Jordan's son is Anthony Edwards.
What if
Moving
Michael
back to the-
Jordan's? What if Mike that? Whoa, now you
Anthony
really,
Edwards
now you really
is more
throwing
Michael
people.
Jordan's son than his own sons.
Oh yeah, by far. Except you know the fact that his sons, just like he did, fucked over Scottie Pippen as well.
Okay,
Twice.
back to the Bucks. Back to the Bucks.
Back to the Bucks.
look,
So the Doc Rivers thing,
Yeah,
it's going to fall on deaf ears, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because the kicker is Milwaukee's stuck with Doc Rivers. So
I
it's not
know.
about is Doc Rivers the coach. It's not about can Doc Rivers coach. It's about Doc Rivers is a smart guy, and he just did a contract where Milwaukee's stuck with him for 3 years. So Doc Rivers is the coach. Now it's on the fucking players. You've got superstar players. You've got Giannis. You've got Dame.
You got
who-
Middleton.
hopefully Dame's personal shit with his wife and his family and all that gets figured out this offseason. Many prayers, blessed to you. Get that shit figured out, but you're going to be coming into a better offseason. Were we honestly expecting a championship in year one?
I don't know.
I don't.
No.
I don't think so. Just because
I wasn't.
I didn't
It-
expect to get put out the first round.
But I didn't expect Giannis and Dame to both be hurt.
That's the
I
other thing.
get it. I
The-
get it.
Because
the-
there's like game 2, right, where Dame went up, had like 35 points. You know,
then
Giannis
second half.
in the second half has 30 points, right? I mean, it's a totally different series. What do you think, Mike?
So this is the thing. Like, the problem is with Giannis gone, and Dame and Chris Middleton being really the only options on the floor, your offense becomes one dimensional. It just does. Like Pat Beverly, who we're going to talk about later, Pat Beverly is not giving you points. He's not. He's not a scorer. He's a defensive pest. That's all he is.
Yeah,
And I
he's a
can't-
spark.
And I can't name another player on the Milwaukee Bucks.
Well, that's
Now-
because you don't eat a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. We got our boy Bobby Portis.
That's true. So, but my thing is this:
He's
When-
feeding
when-
America. He does a buttload of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for Wisconsin.
when Giannis
commercials,
got hurt,
commercials.
when Giannis got hurt, I was like, oh shit, this is the Bucks. And then in the middle of being Dame and showing people what Dame time really is, Dame gets hurt. That's
every
funny.
year the boys in
it's on the bottom. It's on the bottom for everybody.
Oh my god.
Jordan's
But
hairline was
I just think
Shut the fuck up.
I just think
You
but
can't
you're-
have a receding hairline without hair.
That's funny. You're 100% though right there, Chucky. Like you guys are stuck with Doc Rivers for at least the next 3 years. You just are, because you're still paying what, 2 other coaches?
Budenholzer and Archie Griffin.
Yeah,
are still
yeah.
on the
So
books.
we're playing.
The-
we're
yeah.
paying Bood.
So you're gonna be
And
stuck
Adrian,
with that offensive scheme.
unfortunately.
You're gonna be stuck with the way Doc philosophizes about the game of basketball.
Right. So other
have to
than the
get more
Boston
help.
Celtics, Doc Rivers had a team with Kawhi Leonard.
It is time for Middleton to go.
Don't
opinion- my
don't forget
personal
Orlando.
opinion.
He was in Orlando, and they had T-Mac. They almost got Tim Duncan until
Yeah.
Doc fucked that up and didn't want to let Tim Duncan's wife on the plane and shit.
Do you believe his ego plays a factor in his coaching decisions?
Yes.
I
Possibly.
just don't think he's a good coach.
Charles,
I think he's. Listen,
he's proven it time and time again.
Stick a
that he's-
nail. He's proven that injuries occur around this guy. Maybe he needs a new strength and conditioning coach.
It
does-
wouldn't
but
hurt.
That, you could say that for every NBA team, though. It seems like
I'm
every
just
team
saying,
has a superstar that gets hurt
I
every
just
year.
can't-
But we had 2.
I can't fathom the fact
Miller didn't
is
miss that many games this year. I think he missed
Miller did,
12.
yeah.
He didn't miss that
We were
much.
0-8 we were 0-8 when both of them missed. We were like 1-1 or we were 4-7 or 4-9 when just
No, I thought Lillard
Giannis
only missed
missed.
like 7 or 8 games
No,
this year.
dude, he
You're
missed a
gonna tell me-
buttload of games.
You're
bro.
gonna tell me you're gonna put faith in a man that not only has had he had 1, 2, 3 on his 4th super team built, and all you got is one title to show for it.
Yeah, 9. He missed 9. Well, plus the playoffs. 12.
One title.
Well, I don't think for Milwaukee, I don't think it's about placing your trust in him anymore. I think you're stuck
Milwaukee's
in a shitty
a small
situation.
market team.
Well, yeah, there's that.
I mean,
think,
yeah,
think you're
I mean,
also
for
stuck in a
Milwaukee
really-
to have.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
really stuck
But-
in a shitty situation because you cannot
Yeah.
get out of his contract. You can't afford.
Well, again, though, too, to focus on if Doc's a shitty coach or not.
it
might
doesn't
be a
matter because you
conversation.
can't. Yeah, you
Right.
can't get rid of it. So
Here's-
you're gonna
here's
have to
the-
deal with the shitty coach.
Here's my question: when I say,
Writing's already on the wall.
why did you even hire him?
Desperation.
Why
well,
did
that
you
was-
get somebody in house?
The biggest name available,
But
and
here's my question for all three of y'all: when's the last time, honest to God, I can't remember anything of close to it? Did somebody hire somebody right, like almost instantly after a coach gets fired and they don't put an interim tag on somebody? Then they go.
I can
hire
help
somebody.
you here. The scuttlebutt is Giannis wanted him gone.
I get you there. I'm not talking about the firing part.
Right.
I'm talking about how
Right.
it was how fast they hired Doc Rivers.
I think that was a situational coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences.
Wasn't it
often,
rumored that
but-
they were already talking to him before they even fired him? They were talking to him when he was on the NBA.
Well, Doc Rivers was talked to with Adrian Griffin. They just ended up going with Adrian Griffin. So Doc Rivers was already in the room during those conversations. Actually, he was a front runner for the job. A lot of people were confused that he didn't get it.
I hate it.
the Doc Rivers thing, I think he gets. There's a lot of import placed on his NBA title win. You know, the
Right.
one trophy that he has helps him stay in the league maybe longer than he should have. But I think with Milwaukee, I think you have a base foundation. You have one of the
Well,
best, if not the best, big
here's-
man in the league.
Here's a question for you then. Is Ty Lue a terrible coach?
Yes. The
Yeah,
only
I'm-
reason why he has the job is because of LeBron James in Cleveland.
Is
Well, I'm just
Darvin
saying-
Ham
Back
a
to
bad
that-
coach?
Darvin Ham got screwed over by LeBron.
How many other coaches got screwed over by LeBron? Come on, we can just keep going
Everybody
over.
except
Anybody that's
everybody.
His coaching carousel is
Except-
ridiculous.
There's only one coach that has not lost his shit because of LeBron, and it's Spoelstra.
Yeah.
That's the only one,
And that's because
Because
everybody
it's the
knows
same
Spoelstra's a
thing
good
that happened with
coach.
Doc.
That's why.
Is happening with Ty Lue. You have a really good team in the regular season, and then injuries hit you in the playoffs, and you lose.
don't
because
have-
the
yeah.
This is the
reason
thing.
the reason you got to the playoffs is no longer there.
Let me
Well,
ask you
and-
this question: when it comes to Tyronn Lue, okay, as a player, what
think
is
he's a
the
terrible
most
coach.
what is the most memorable thing about Tyronn Lue?
The AI
Nothing.
step over.
The
That's
three
it.
in the corner.
Him getting stepped over. What is the most
that's
memorable
it.
thing as a head coach for him?
Getting
Him winning
fired.
a ring
Being yelled at by
with
LeBron James. Oh,
Getting yelled at by LeBron James, and he's
But I'm
only like this
saying,
tall.
I just don't. Tyronn Lue and Doc Rivers to me are not good coaches. I don't care what anybody says. I can get heat from anybody that wants to hear it. I'm here all goddamn week. They both
I think
are
you're gonna get
doo-doo
heat.
trash.
yeah. It's hard to win an NBA championship
I
It
hear
is.
you.
unless you're
But
Kobe
but
or
at the
Stephon
same
Curry.
time, Doc Rivers has had good, very good teams to coach.
Right. But do we take into consideration that only one team wins the NBA championship, and he
Can we
has
take into
coached
consideration how
a
many
better
times-
part of his tenure with LeBron
How many
James?
of his teams? How many of his teams that he's coached have always been a top 3 team in the conference that they're in?
Yeah, no, I'm
I think
not
it's more-
disagreeing with you.
He's been outed way too many times early in the playoffs, and I think that's the knock on him. Not that he hasn't been a good coach.
He
can't win in the playoffs.
So,
He's
but
not
can-
a good coach.
would we
now.
say
that's
that-
the difference?
He doesn't know how to situation shit when it comes down to the back, when his back is against the wall, he's not doing adjustments properly, especially after halftime, to either get into the game or maintain the game. For me, I can't have that liability as a head coach.
But now, when he had 100% healthy team, he did win a championship.
When did he win a championship?
In 2008 with the Boston Celtics.
They beat the Lakers in the finals.
Healthy
but
team.
You're also talking about
16,
but
15 years ago.
You're also talking about a team that had Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, Rajon Rondo.
There's 3 Hall of Famers on that team.
There's 4 Hall of Famers.
4.
Rajon Rondo.
Okay.
Rajon is going to get in probably second ballot. I don't think he'll get in first ballot, but
he's a Hall of Famer.
This is the thing, right? Like what Doc has missed since Boston is a bench. Who is Milwaukee's six man?
Well,
Portis.
Milwaukee lost. Milwaukee lost this game because.
But if you didn't have Giannis,
Indiana
Portis
brought
got
50
put in.
off the.
Well, they didn't have Giannis, and
so that means Portis got
3 of their top
rotation.
scorers for pretty much the whole playoffs. So
that's what I'm saying. You don't have guys to come off a bench.
And the problem is they can't afford a bench.
Exactly. That's
because
the
they're a small market team. Charles said,
if you look at teams like the Knicks, right? And not just because I'm a Knicks fan, but they have guys who can come off the bench and give you 15 points.
Well, they have Knicks money too,
yeah.
That's a big thing. See,
they're a bigger market team, so they're going to have more money.
The bench points were hurt terribly when Giannis and Dame were hurt, right?
Because
you're sixth and seventh guy.
Your defensive
Drew
Drew Holiday.
Listen, I love you guys, and I love Drew Holiday, but Damian Lillard is way fucking better. And
I'm not saying that he's not better. I am with you on that.
I did not miss Drew at all.
I would.
We won the whole game.
I would have traded Drew away in a hot second as well.
It's especially around here. You hear it a lot.
However, you still can't dismiss the fact that the defense that Holiday brought isn't missed. But I'm still going to take Dame over Drew any day of the week.
Right. Yeah, I don't even. 100%. I don't think about it ever. I did not watch one game all season and think to myself, man, if Drew Holiday was out there, we probably would have had a chance.
But having Giannis definitely hurt y'all.
Absolutely.
I will. 100%.
But that affected the bench points terribly. Bobby gets 20.
Because you got to put Bobby in the starting rotation now.
And you got Covington and Green, who usually get 10 to 15. That's 30, 40 bench points.
And
but then you have Giannis set 30, 40 a night.
Why are we talking about bigger market teams when the NBA has a salary cap and Milwaukee's the 4th highest spending team in the NBA?
I don't know.
There's no such thing as a market. Because here's the top salary for the NBA: Golden State #1, Clippers #2.
The owner says we're
Phoenix,
a small market
#3.
team. You just got
there's no such thing as small market. It may be in baseball because the NBA has a salary cap, and the Bucks spent $187 million last year.
OKC on what's their salary right now?
Probably middle
19th, $160 million.
Yeah, 19.
So I mean, congratulations to the Indiana Pacers, Tyrese Halliburton. But I mean, let's all. I mean, I'm going to give you my pick right now. I've got the Rangers in 5. I don't know how much you want to listen to me.
Rangers? You mean the Knicks?
The Rangers.
Yeah,
wrong sport.
Hockey. Fool.
How many times does New York have this many fucking sports teams in good positions? I'm sorry.
Not often.
Stop.
Hockey.
Not never.
I think the Knicks take it in 6.
Not never.
Yeah.
Not never.
I think the Knicks take it in 6.
I'm going Knicks in 6 as well.
So here's another question. Why did the West Finals start before Game 7 of this current Eastern Conference series that was today?
What?
The Western Conference already started.
The semis already started?
That's the semifinals. Because Minnesota swept. And who
but still, why are they allowing teams to play? Because that team's not going to start their Game 1 until fucking Tuesday.
Yeah, that's a time disparity. That's crazy.
Hold on though. So what I'm guessing is the first Eastern Conference Finals game will be played before the first Western Conference Finals game, and that will then make up for the extra day in between. It's just how the NBA works. It happens almost every
They
year.
probably
Well,
mapped this out
I'm
already.
just thinking it's stupid that how can you not have it planned out when you know they're going to play 7? They could potentially play 7 games because even if they all swept, they're still not playing the next game until.
Well, we also have to
whatever,
because
you know.
there's also the media side of this as well. There's scheduled TV time for specific events, especially all summer
And
long.
yeah, you
And
cannot move that around.
You can't go. Yeah, you can't take a 3-day block and go. We might be here, or there.
It'll mess up
So
your
it kind of
because it'll
yeah,
mess
it
up
just-
your advertisers, and you have.
No, but that's what I'm
contracts with
saying.
them.
Why-
Well, I tell you what, if the
Why-
Lakers wouldn't have been
Game
such a
7. What
bitch,
if they had gone 7 games? This would have been Game 7 instead of Game 1. Is what I'm saying.
Well, if you
Right,
if you
right.
go
You know,
to
because
a
of
game,
the
the
I'm
media
getting it, but-
contract.
the difference is this: if you go to a game 7 and say they had only scheduled for 6, right, and they go to a game 7, media advertisers look at it like, okay, cool, we're gonna get more time. So if you add more time, it doesn't mess up your schedule at all, at least advertising money wise. If you subtract time, you have to decide what ads you're gonna cut, what advertisers are not gonna get what they paid for, and that's a bitch of a process to do. So adding more time is way more easy. It is way easier. That was horribly poorly said. It is way easier to add time than it is
English
to
is
take
hard.
away time.
Well, I'm just saying though, check this scenario. They both had swept, and they went 7 games in the East. They would be 2 games ahead before Game 7. I've never seen
I
that
mean,
happen
but-
in my entire life until now,
Well, they're
like you
just-
said. I know it's technology and it's a lot easier to organize this now than it was in the past, but I just don't remember it being. I guess I don't remember there being a Game 1 before Game 7. I remember right after Game 7 there was a Game 1, but not Game 1 the day before Game 7.
As long as they
I mean, it's
figure
an
out how
entirely
to
different conference. It's an
As
entirely
long as they
different time schedule. I
figure
don't-
out how to balance it out, like Chucky said, with the game 1 in the Eastern Conference being before. As long as they balance it out, who cares? I mean, these guys.
Well,
are,
even regardless, still, I mean, the thing is you can't start the finals without both teams, so it doesn't fucking matter who gets there first. If
Yeah.
anything, if anything,
it fucks up. Let's all be honest. Gambling fucking runs sports.
And it
We know
ruins it at the same time.
They run sports. Come on, we know this. So it all dictates based off of that. So
Well, let me
you know
ask you
damn
guys-
well, if I knew what team I was going to be playing, you'd best bet that gambling things are going to change, especially if you know 2 days ahead of time.
are you saying that would be scripted though, right? Is that what you're getting at? Like
Well,
these
we
finals
can
are
talk
scripted?
about. We just we went off on the baseball being scripted with the umpires the other day. So, I mean,
Well,
we
let me-
know they
let
have
me
a
ask you
vendetta
guys,
Like,
against some of
we've
these
seen that
players.
it's already been scripted before because that referee Donovan or whatever his name was.
Oh, the one who
Oh yeah,
wrote
the guy
book
came out and
and-
wrote a fucking book about it and said that they were doing.
So
Not
he
saying they're
was
doing it now, but we
scumbag.
know there's crooked. Just like there's dirty cops, there's dirty freaking umpires and dirty freaking players.
Let me ask
There's-
you guys this question: when it comes to an extended series like that, so say, I don't know, fuck it, the Knicks and the Nuggets get to the finals, right? But the Knicks get there a day; they have a day space between when the Nuggets are going to finish up their series. Are you guys of the mindset of rust or rest? And what I mean by that is that day going to cause you to lose your momentum, or is it going to give your body a chance to recuperate and give you an
I think
advantage?
that's all mental, to be honest, for me.
I would prefer not to sweep to go to the finals. I'd prefer
As
at
a
least to go to
superior
Game 6.
athlete myself.
All right, come on.
I can tell you that the mindset of this is simplistic.
Okay.
I want to beat your ass whether it's the next day or 2 days from now. It don't matter to me.
It's all mental.
It's all mental, right? It's all about how I've kept my body, how I plan on moving forward. I know where I am, where I'm going to be. If anything at all, I hate the extra time because I'm thinking about how I'm going to beat your ass too much.
And that's when the complacency comes in.
Remember, this was a Little League no-hitter. That's
I'm
It's an overthinker.
I'm very much
Go
of the mindset that you get there when you get there, and what happens is purely what you make happen. Like I don't believe in the because and I ask that question because I see it on a lot of sports. ESPN, Fox News Sports are always like, oh, they get 2 days extra rest between the series, and it's like, okay, but you're also, if you're on this crazy momentum and you just won 3 games in a row, you just took all of that momentum away, and the argument can be made for both sides. For me, I very much agree with both what Paul and Chucky are saying, is that like you make what you're gonna you make happen what's gonna happen. You have to go out there and bust your balls and make it happen. I just think it's interesting to find that mindset.
Right. Well, a little doorway into that mindset.
Oh Lord.
My entire life, I've never had to beat anyone. They've always had to beat me.
Oh, here you go.
That's how I walk into every single situation.
But again, that goes to your mental state as an athlete.
Correct.
Whether you got 3 days rest, 24 hours, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're always mentally preparing just as much as you are physically preparing. Because again, this game is a mental sport just as much as it is a physical sport. Whether it's baseball, basketball, football, you are mentally trying to psych somebody out just as much as outperform them physically. Period.
Absolutely.
That's why shit talking is so big in the NBA.
Well, something I've learned about shit talking as well. I enjoy it. I don't enjoy doing it. I'm good at it. But I enjoy receiving it because it allows me to give it back, because I've always felt like shit talking is a tool used by those looking to cover a gap. And the only reason there would be a gap is because I'm better than you.
Hey, you said it, not me.
You know what? Oh,
what
it's so funny that you bring this up. My favorite Tim. I'm a ginormous. Paul can confirm this. The world's biggest Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward in the history of the NBA fan. That's my stance, right?
That's not the issue I have with his statement.
And because listen, this is my thing. Oh, and because I said he's better than Kevin Garnett, which I think he is, hands down. But anyways, my favorite Tim Duncan story was Kevin Garnett telling a story on a podcast where he was like, I was backing Tim down and talking shit like, you can't guard me. I'm going to go up on the glass on you, da-da-da-da-da. And then KG went up to lay it in and he missed. And Tim grabbed the rebound and just looked at him and was like, good try. And just dribbled and dribbled and dribbled. And then he backed KG down into the paint, did his little shimmy, turn around jumper right in KG's face. It was like, smacked him on the ass and was like, good try, fella. I love Tim Duncan's shit talk because it's not shit talk. He's just going to let you know, like, okay, right. I can play. You can play mental games with me. I'm smarter than you.
This is what I enjoy about shit talking. Because one, I am a professional troll when it comes to being a troll.
Hashtag no way.
Yeah,
hashtag real life.
This is
hashtag Puerto Rican Larry Bird.
Listen, for me, I take enjoyment in talking shit back and forth. Right? It's an intellectual type thing. You know what I'm saying? It lets me know how smart you are. Because even if you're right, I can still make you feel stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, me making you feel stupid when you're still right, I win.
Yeah.
Now you translate that into a game, I'm throwing you off, and now you suck.
Yeah.
Bro, that's why, like, last week I would spend random days watching Larry Bird clips and people talking about Larry Bird and how when, like, Larry Bird said that they were playing the Sixers one time, and Larry Bird looked at Charles Barkley and he was like, Chuck, y'all got the white guy on me? Like, y'all don't respect my game anymore? Like, and then would tell motherfuckers, like, all right, this is what's going to happen. They're going to inbound to me, 2 dribbles. I'm going to turn around, spin it, put it in your face, and that's your Christmas present. And then he would do it. And you got legends like Dr. J was saying this, Dominique Wilkins was saying this. Like,
yeah,
there's certain people who are surgical with their shit talk.
Yeah.
And they'll
he
tell
played
you
in the
exactly
90s, though. Basketball was better then.
Oh, so much better.
Speaking of old people, okay?
Yeah.
It's a 2-part question. I'm going to pull a Charles. I got a quiz for you.
Okay.
Basketball related when it comes to the playoffs, since we're talking about the playoffs and old people.
Yeah.
There are 6 starters in the league right now, in the playoffs right now, that
Yeah.
are over the age of 30. Who are they?
Oh, fuck.
Over 30,
Over 30.
and they're starters.
And there are starters in the league.
Oh, are the
Is it
Warriors
Jamal
still
Murray?
playing?
Nope.
Is he one?
Nope. Warriors are out of. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't.
Just give me one at least. Give me one.
Let's see.
Over 30. Was what's that kid on the Sixers?
And they're active. They're still active. I mean, the teams are still in the playoffs. These are the only teams.
Oh, okay. In the playoffs.
Okay, so the teams that are left in the playoffs, you've got the Knicks. Oh,
I don't think any of the
No.
starters for the Knicks are over 30 or
So
30.
you got Cleveland. So they're probably on Cleveland. You got Kevin Love.
Kevin
Yeah,
Love.
I don't think.
Kevin Love don't
I don't
play
think
for
he's a
Cleveland.
starter though. He's a six. He's a six. Oh yeah, Love played in Miami. That's right. What a loser.
I have no idea.
All right. Y'all give up.
Yeah.
First one that's probably not even on anybody's radar. Contavious Caldwell Pope.
Oh,
Plays for Denver. Former
Second.
Piston.
Former
Pascal
Laker.
Siakam.
Pascal Siakam. Yeah.
See, I was gonna say Siakam, but I didn't think I thought he was like 29.
Oh no, he's
Okay.
like 32 or 33.
Number 3, Kyrie Irving.
Oh yeah. Isn't he like
Number
32?
4,
These are
I
bench
thought
guys.
he fell. I thought he fell off his flat Earth.
No.
I can't believe he's still
Number
playing.
That's a Kyrie joke because he was a bench guy.
Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
And
Drew
then the
Holiday.
last 2
Yeah, we
are
don't
on
want to
the
talk
same
about that
team.
one.
Oh.
Rudy
Chris-
and Mike Conley.
Rudy Gobert and Conley are both on the same team, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
That fucking.
They're old.
The relation, Rudy Gobert. The only thing I give a shit about a Rudy Gobert is him and Shaq going back and forth and Shaq roasting that dude. That's the only thing I care about.
Well, how about
So the Mavericks.
How about the CBID, the COVID year?
Oh my
He
god.
was laughing.
That was the best. That was the best.
Dumbass.
He got devastated by the media for that one.
This is your fault the league got shut down.
Yep, that basically they did say that. They're like, yeah, you're the reason why.
Rudy Gobert smacking the. Yeah. Funny
Yeah, what
guy.
a douchebag.
So the Mavericks beat the Clippers
Yay! The Clippers
No.
choked out again.
due to injuries yet again. Due to the same
What else
players
is
doing
new?
the same things.
What else
James
is
Harden being
Twilight?
James Harden. I don't understand how
They
that's.
fizzle out. I'm telling you.
Everybody wants to talk about people stealing from the league. James Harden steals from the league.
Oh
No. That stat that I gave you about was it
Yeah.
That is
No,
stealing
John
from
Wall.
the league. He played
Oh,
40
John Wall
games
definitely
in
scored
4
goals.
years and made $171 million.
I
Did you
get
know-
it. I
you know
get
what
it.
Bradley
buyout
Beal.
was?
John Wall. John Wall.
You know what John Wall's buyout was in Houston?
Mm-mm.
So in Houston, his last year was I think worth like $49 million, I believe. Well, how much was it?
I don't know. He was average. His whole contract is $171 million for 4
It
years.
was up in. I think it was in the 40s. It was like $40-something million for the whole year.
Usually the last year's your biggest one. Yeah.
Right, I think it was like 43, 44 maybe. He walked out with $39 million out of that buyout.
Hey, fuck it.
That is like the most unheard of shit I've ever seen in my life.
The Kirk Cousins of the NBA.
Okay, hold on.
But at least he played.
The
At
Kirk.
least
No,
Kirk, he played.
yeah, hold on. No, the Kirk Cousins of the NBA is James fucking Harden.
Without a
Okay.
doubt. Without
John Wall, who
He just didn't
stole in every sense of the word, 100% correct, Patrick, due to injuries, right? I'm talking about.
averaging 10 games a season.
Well, his last year he didn't play because they wanted him to come off the bench and refused, so they just didn't play him. They put him as a did not start because he didn't want to come off the bench his last year before he got cut.
Yeah, so that's.
But
I do
James
the same
Harden's
thing.
been robbing the league since he left OKC. Because he is not him. I don't care what anybody says. James Harden is not that guy.
You can. There's no argument that I could make to debate that statement, just because you talk about one of the biggest, the guy with the some of the most potential that failed to realize any of it.
Kobe
And-
said it best. He's never going to win a championship the way he plays.
He's just not. Oh well.
He disappears.
The only
in the
way
playoffs.
he'd win one is if he came off the bench and he just sat there. He held the towel
Honestly,
in his hand. Yeah, that's all he would win.
It's 3 more years of Lamar Jackson playing the way he does in the regular season. I'm going to start calling Lamar Jackson the James Harden of the NFL.
You could very well make that argument.
So
we
is
should
Josh
we'll
Allen there
have a
then?
podcast episode where we're just gonna rank the players who couldn't get it done. And Charles is
Just
gonna be like, he'll have his list and he'll be like Anchorman, and he'll have the papers and he'll go click, click, click on the table if he's ready to roll.
Bro,
Unique
it's
New
a
York.
lot.
Well, listen, I'm just telling you.
He'll have a
I'm
Charles.
just telling you. The point of these professional sports is to win a championship, right?
Well, yes, of course.
Not to dress up all pretty.
And the
Yes,
Clippers
I mean,
always
listen, you
disappear
wanna-
because of injuries in the playoffs every
Yeah.
single year.
Wasn't Doc a coach
Yeah.
for the Clippers
Yeah.
as well?
For Lob
Yeah.
City, when they had Griffin, Jordan, Paul,
Yeah.
JJ Redick, Matt Barnes, Jamal Crawford, they had a squad and couldn't get past the
It was a
second
great
round.
regular season show. Why they couldn't stay healthy past the second round to save their life?
Sounds like
What's wrong with that team that they just?
they're
That's
cursed.
like the worst place to go if
Maybe
you're a
if
player.
Seriously, I mean,
Maybe next year
listen,
when they get to their own arena, it'll be different. Maybe I don't know.
I'm just waiting for the world to realize Kawhi Leonard is James Harden's cousin.
I'm sick of Kawhi
Hey,
Leonard.
But the difference
Kawhi
is
Leonard was an
Kawhi-
MVP and won a championship. With
Kawhi
Toronto, though.
contributed
Yeah,
in
he
those
was the
Spurs,
guy
the
in
Spurs
Toronto.
championships.
Toronto,
And in
too.
Yeah,
Toronto.
what? Is that like 1989 though? Jesus
That was like
Christ, it's
5
like 40
years
years
ago.
ago. That was like 40 fucking years ago.
It was 5 years ago.
2019. Okay, Doc Rivers last won his championship in 2016. So that 3-year gap
No,
makes that big of a difference.
2006.
2008.
The eight.
Same
my
fucking
bad.
century. Same fucking century.
But the difference is
The light
Kawhi.
bulb was also invented close. Fuck.
closer to 2024 than
Come on,
1940,
Charles.
right?
Play your
right?
thing. He's closer to being an NBA guy than he is the guy that's
what
on
I'm
the
saying.
street ball team.
Do you
That's what
you
I'm
have
saying.
to replace him on Team USA? You can't let this motherfucker go over there.
At 38
That
years
Kawhi
old.
Leonard?
Kawhi Leonard
He's
is
gonna,
Fuck, just send
bro, he's
Kyle
gonna give you.
Lowry out
He's
there
gonna
then.
give you. Okay, here we go. Check this out. Listen, he'll give you a solid 2.5 minutes.
Nah, I give him
and get
6.
injured in the first minute and a half.
Trip over his
Hold
own
your
2
hold
feet.
your breath for 2.5 minutes. If you don't think that's a long time, let me know how that goes.
I can't
All
even.
right, all right. Let's go around. Give me your starting 5 then. For who would your starting 5 be for the Olympics this year? Then
Oh shit!
the roster
Starting
that's right
five.
now?
I can't. The sad thing is, I want to put. You can't put Wemby out there because he's going to France.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Frank.
I want Wemby on France
Yeah.
Because you want to play against them.
because I
My
want to
s-
fucking destroy him. Yeah,
My starting 5, I would go probably Dame at the 1.
I'm gonna give you my dream team. If you want to work your guys' out, I got my dream team cocked and loaded.
Yeah, do that because I
Okay.
gotta work mine out.
So we're doing
Okay,
dream
'cause-
team. Or
Oh,
we're
no,
doing
no, no. We
draft
don't.
pick?
Well, all right. Let's next week we'll
No,
do
this
this.
is-
Then. Charles
Yeah,
will give
no-
us his right now.
I'll just give you
let's
mine
do
right
next
now.
week.
Who I would send my starting 5 from the NBA?
To the
Jalen
right
Brunson.
Yes,
Jalen-
Jalen
yeah,
Brunson.
Jalen
Perfect.
Brunson.
Excellent choice. Baller.
Yeah,
I'd
he's
send
a
him
baller.
over Leonard.
Okay, so my number 2 would have to be Dame. I'm thinking Dame Lillard or what's his name there for Cleveland? I can't think of his name.
I'd rather have Maxey.
Mitchell.
Mitchell, Donovan
Donovan
Mitchell. Yeah. Tyrese Maxey. I like Tyrese
Maxey
Maxey.
off the bench,
So
Maxey off the bench.
there's any one of those 3 for the shooting guard. You just throw a dart. Doesn't matter to me. Okay, small forward taking Anthony Edwards
Yep.
Yeah.
all day, every day. Power forward.
You mean Anthony Jordan?
Yeah, Anthony Jordan Jr. Yeah, Anthony Jordan Jr.
Taking AJ.
Yeah, AJJ.
AJJ.
AJJ. Okay, so now we've got the
Mojo.
power forward coming in.
You know who it is.
Say it. I'm taking Draymond Green, to be honest with you.
Embiid, right? You're gonna put Embiid at the 4 because number
Does
5,
Does he play for USA?
Embiid.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's on the team. He's on the
Yeah.
roster.
Oh,
for-
well then, yeah.
He's
I wasn't thinking that yeah, but
'cause
if he's playing for
he's from
like a triple citizen. He's from Congo, France,
Yeah.
and USA.
But I
Yeah.
think he'd prefer to play for Team USA.
well, absolutely. I mean, if that's the question, then yes, Embiid at the 5. And who did I just give you for the 4 there?
You mean Embiid at the 4
No,
or
at the
Embiid
5.
at the 5? So who's
Yeah.
going to be your 4?
Draymond Green.
There's no fucking way I'm putting him on Team USA. I'm sorry. There's just no fucking way.
Defensively,
Not as a starting 4.
yeah,
He could
no,
come
I'm
off the
telling
bench.
you. Yeah, who's another
He can
power
come
forward?
off the bench.
Right.
Anthony Davis.
Bam Adebayo,
DeAndre
Adebayo,
Ayton.
well, I think Adebayo.
Brooke Lopez.
Tatum.
Okay, so
Tatum. Yeah, Tatum.
I think
But Tatum technically plays the 4-5. Same thing as Embiid. Embiid plays the 4-5. They
yeah,
just play
well,
that
but
small
Tatum,
lineup
Tatum
bullshit.
plays the 3 and the 5. I mean the 4.
I was
the 3 and the 4 more than
Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say I
So
put
more of
Tatum
a-
more as a
he's-
small
Alright, yeah,
forward.
Yeah,
Alright,
he's
we're pushing
primarily
Embiid
small
out to
forward.
5 then. Embiid's the center. That's fine.
But so the argument though that has stunned me though,
But how does that team not win?
If we take out the defensive side of the ball and Draymond Green, I can see Anthony Davis. I can
Yeah.
Anthony
absolutely
Davis
see
can
Anthony
play
Davis.
defense though too. I'm not
Yeah,
saying he's
that's
a
a-
stout
yeah.
defensive player, but he's also offensively, as long as
Yeah.
he's healthy.
100%. The focus for that
Put
dream team
Ball
on the
White
power.
guy in there too on the team that can play defense. That's all he can do.
Who?
What? Yeah, Draymond Green is. I mean, listen. This is the Olympics. I need him out there punching motherfuckers in the face.
He's gonna get kicked out for kicking somebody in the nuts, though. You got to guarantee he's not gonna play the whole freaking tournament. That's the problem.
Offensively,
worked
he's
out-
a liability.
Okay. Here's the thing. I've got one thing to say to you guys. Then, the replacements. It worked real fucking good for them when they walked out there and drop kicked motherfuckers. First play of the game, took the 45-yard penalty and
not a
still
movie.
kicked their
We
ass.
already sent the replacements out there. We already sent a college basketball team
I
out
was
there to
gonna
get
say.
waxed.
It worked really well in the longest yard too.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay.
So speaking of,
Yeah. Go ahead.
No.
speaking of people who got kicked out for fucking fan interactions because they're a piece of shit, I got to do my rant about Patrick Beverly. I have to do it. Like, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, right? Just because I'm not a professional athlete. I've never been a professional athlete, so I don't know that type of issue that you're dealing with, right? But
Right.
you get paid millions of dollars, and Paul and I said this. You get paid millions of dollars, and then you throw a ball and hit a woman in the face, one who wasn't chanting anything, wasn't saying anything. So you hit somebody you didn't mean to hit, and then you get the ball back and you throw it again and hit somebody else because they said 1, 2, 3, send them to Cancun is what the Indiana Pacers fans said. They didn't call them the N-word. There was no racial stereotypes. There was nothing about their families or anything like that. That's bad enough. That's fucking miserable. You should be fined, and honestly, you should have a little bit of a suspension for that. You hit a fan like that, you should absolutely be suspended. His behavior in the locker room. Melinda Adams is a ESPN producer. She's well known. She's helped produce some of the up and coming anchors, female and male, that are on different networks. And Pat Bev said to her, "Do you listen to my podcast?" And she said no, or subscribe to my podcast. And she said no, and he said, "Then you can't interview me then." Okay, cool. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna just get a soundbite.
Yeah, but
He looks-
Marshawn Lynch did this fucking forever. So I that part of it, I really don't. I don't
This
give a
is-
shit
this
about.
is
You're
what
allowed to
bugs
not
me.
say shit.
This is what bugs me. I don't care about you not wanting to talk to the media. I'm
Right.
fine with that, right? What bugs me is the fact that one, the only media people you have problems with are women. That's it. Those are the only media people you have problems with, because you don't want smoke with the dudes on TV. You don't want smoke with other fellow athletes that have podcasts. You bully and belittle these women who are making their way for other women and other people to get into this profession.
Probably out of the NBA anyway. So he's gonna fucking
indubitably.
disappear into the fucking, the sunrise, whatever you want to call it.
That's what makes me happy as somebody who wants to get in, is gonna get ready to get into this business as a credentialed journalist, right? Like, I get you have stressful job, whatever. You can't treat people like that. I teach my fucking 5-year-old to have more respect for people than that. Like I
Right.
get
I guess
okay.
my biggest question with it is why did it take him doing it to a female at ESPN for this to spark such an outcry? He's been doing it to journalists in Milwaukee since he's
Yeah.
gotten in Milwaukee. Men, women, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think
So
I
now
don't think
that
he
it
picks and
happened-
chooses. I think he's just.
No.
I think he's just that guy that's an asshole.
Right. So now that it happened at ESPN, now it's. I mean, listen, not to take away from anything you said because you're not wrong, right? Like, you don't go out of your way. Pat Beverly is a doucher, but I mean, the trade deadline was moons ago, and he's been doing this to everyone since. So here in Milwaukee, it's been a foregone conclusion. He was a small piece to try and grab a spark when everything was
it
dying.
didn't work.
It was a fading grasp at a light.
I just hate. When
I think
fucking
Patrick
scum-
Beverly's been that player his whole career, though.
Yeah,
right. If,
pretty
if,
much.
if,
He's a bit defensive pest. He does his
yeah,
job.
if
does
he
his
hasn't been on your team, like if he's not playing for your team, he's just a prick.
Very much so. And even when he was on the Bulls team, I didn't want him there.
Yeah. I mean,
He is the modern day like Vlade Divac. Nobody wants that motherfucker on their team.
I'll
He's
take
more
Vlade
trouble.
Divac over
Right.
that fucker.
Like
but again, too, to kind of, I mean, ESPN and their weird ass fucking antics. It cost Marshawn Lynch a buttload of money too. So
yeah, well, fuck ESPN for real. Like that network. Did you see?
That's why you create your own network, right?
I'm a
right?
big fan.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm a big
That
fan.
part.
I'm a big fan of Pat McAfee for shitting on the ESPN execs the way he did and calling them out for bullshit on air on his shit. That's on ESPN.
Unfortunately, that's the only way he can do that is because he's so fucking big.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't, they would have fired his ass a long time ago.
Or he wouldn't have said it at all.
Guaranteed.
Well, and the best part about it is there's like 5 people at ESPN right now making a
ESPN
bunch
is-
of people losing their jobs.
ESPN is a
right?
dying sports network.
Wait, ESPN Radio, like ESPN
Nobody
Radio
listens
just
to that
lost
shit.
4 more shows this year, including one that's been on for like 15 years. They just don't have the funding to keep it all going.
Nobody's watching ESPN anymore. I mean, it's gotten from sports to, politicizing everything and Black Lives Matter and getting involved in the trans movement and all this other shit. I don't go to ESPN to get news. I go to ESPN to get sports. You started
I
trying to
watched
mix shit in, and
3 of my local news networks to get an eclectic opinion.
Right. we always
Sports
have
Center
this
for sports.
semi-cordial sports takes. I mean, sometimes we get passionate with the things we get, like Mike, you get pissed off. Like, yeah, you got your takes on Pat Bev. Like, none of us will agree on this. That like Pat Bev is like not that asshole guy. We all know he's that asshole guy. Here's the thing, though. Like you said, you got to start your own network. Otherwise, you're not going to be freaking joining in these other groups. I hate to say this. Even if anything ever blew up, there's no way that ESPN or these places are going to reach out to us after we
No.
I've told them to fuck themselves many times on this show.
No.
But as far as like having a cordial relationship with them, yes, we can have that. We can,
Well, and see,
we can
and
call
that's-
them, review them. But
that's the great thing too about media now is Rich Eisen, who is by far one of the most beloved sportscasters probably in the country,
and bourbon
You know,
drinker.
and bourbon drinker. Do you know where
Charles.
his show is? His show's
God.
broadcast. It's
Right
on
from
the
his
Roku
house, right?
channel. It's on the Roku channel,
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
and he gets big money. They sponsor his 40-yard dash, like all of that stuff. So ESPN, yes, you are still the industry leader for now. It ain't gonna be that much longer, especially after the way
Dr. Woods podcast is going to take over.
Yes.
Well, wait till Charles and I go to the NBA or the NBA, the NFL draft next year. Our plan is to dress up with exotic suits. Charles and I are going to get a
please
couple
go
suits.
viral.
Oh yeah, we're
Please
gonna get a
fucking
couple
go
suits.
viral.
We're bringing the microphones, the headsets, the cameras. We're gonna do it right.
I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to do my fucking hardest. Nope, because next year, me and Mike are going to be fucking occupied with something else around the same time.
Wrestle.
We're going to WrestleMania in Vegas next
In
year.
Vegas.
Well, there you
on my
go. You
birthday.
guys bring the mics to WrestleMania. We could have
Oh.
them both. Dude, would it be badass to have this live streamed with both of us going on at the same fucking time? Wouldn't that
That's
be
the
crazy as
plan.
fuck?
That's the plan is to
That is the
bring
goal in life right
to
now.
bring the mics and bring
We are
everything.
definitely
and-
bringing the gear to WrestleMania Vegas next year.
yeah.
Well, let's wrap this up with a couple second round NBA picks, and then we're going to get to the 90s 29 greatest candies list.
Holy shit.
I've got
Pacers,
the
Knicks.
Timberwolves. I got
Knicks
the
and 6.
All right, Knicks and
Knicks
six.
and 6.
Knicks at 6. Patrick, you wanted to hit the Timberwolves Nuggets?
The
I still like
Timberwolves?
the Nuggets.
I like the Timberwolves.
Timberwolves in
I
7.
like the Timberwolves.
T-Wolves
I
in
got the
7
Nug-
as well.
Inside.
I got Nuggets at 6. I got
got
Nuggets at
Timberwolves
6
in
on that
7.
one. So now we've got the Mavericks and Thunder. Patrick,
Thunder in 6.
Mike,
Mavs in 6.
Paul.
Thunder in 5.
I got Thunder in 7. Then we've got the Cavaliers and the Celtics.
Boston in 5.
Yeah.
Boston
Boston in
5.
5.
You guys are way
Unfortunately.
too polite. This is a gentleman's sweep all
All
day
right,
long.
I wanted
Boston
to
and
say
4.
sweep, but I wanted to
I don't see a single person on
There's
that
no
team that I'm
way.
giving one game to for
No.
Cleveland.
Four.
Boston could lose it,
and
and I could see
won a
it.
game either, but
Yeah. Especially the Jimmy Butlerless Heat. That's crazy. So that means if everything goes how we think it shall, you'll have the Celtics and the Knicks, and in lieu of
well,
the
it would be
general
Denver
majority
and
of the
Dallas, according
show.
to you guys. So yeah,
No,
I
no,
got-
you
I got-
picked.
was it a split?
No,
all
I'm the only one who picked the Mavs.
Oh, all right. So it would be
Yeah. So it'll
Yeah,
be the Timberwolves versus the Thunder. Yeah,
That would be nice.
So that could be interesting. Hey, you know what's so crazy? Do you remember hearing all them big names talking about the Thunder are a one and done? Mm-hmm.
because they're too young, right? They're so young. They're still freaking
crazy to me. They don't have energy.
no chemistry,
I
not enough
remember-
energy
I
on that
remember-
team.
I remember back in the 90s as a kid, people used to tell me all the time, I wish I had a pinky full of your energy. Man, it seems like that Thunder team's got enough of them pinkies to cover this end of the court and that end of the court.
Minnesota does too.
Yeah. I think a Minnesota Thunder Western Conference Finals will be
It's
electric.
going to be sick. Shy
But I-
Gilgeous Alexander versus fucking
Anthony
Anthony Edwards.
That's magic waiting to happen right
I
now.
also think, though, that would just simply be the Western Conference laying down a red carpet for the Boston Celtics.
Oh, Charles, did you mention F1 news? Norris beat Verstappen for his
Oh, my
first
God.
career F1
Yeah.
victory.
Two things. I thought Lando Norris was Australian. Turns out he's British. And hearing that British,
Good day, mate.
oh man, hearing that British anthem reminded me of the atrocities the Redcoats have put onto this planet. Okay, so
You sound
We're
real
just gonna
upset,
go ahead.
Charles.
listen. You want to get me just going? Just give me in a room talking about the Redcoats. Okay. I tell you what. But anywho, congratulations, Lando Norris. Finally got that first win. I was talking with my cousin about it. He goes, "Bro, are you watching this F1 race?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Lando's in the lead, safety lap," which the circumstances aligned, the stars aligned for Lando, and for the first time in his career, he didn't run himself into a wall. So I'm super excited for that. But the scuttlebutt, yet again, coming from the track, from the
Tires.
losers crying the loudest. Tires. Pirelli needs to get their head out their ass, and at this point, I think it's so far up there that they're looking like a giraffe without fucking spots in the horn. It's just weird. So, F1's got some trouble. But yeah, congratulations. I believe it went Lando, Verstappen, and Larrick. So Carlos
And,
Sanz finally.
Ooh, breaking NFL news.
What's up?
JJ Watt says, I'd be willing to return to the Texans if they absolutely needed me.
I heard that. I saw that earlier, but he said this is the last year he's going to put this on the table. He said after this year, if they don't call me back,
He's
I'm
done.
done.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, I
What-
mean, that's just
Would you
crazy.
call him back? Would you call him
No,
back for
'cause he-
30%?
Well,
He,
he,
did
said,
play out. Did he
he
play out his
said-
contract in Phoenix?
I don't
Or-
know, but he said last year he told D'Amico if he needed me, he would come out of retirement, and he's extending the same invitation this year. But he said, "This is my last year, putting my hand out to my invitation to help." But he's like, they probably don't need my help anyway. But if they want me, I'll be here.
I don't
want a 30% JJ
No.
Watt.
You think
No.
more of a
It's
distraction than
It's
anything?
like going back home to your hometown and going to a local bar and seeing
They
the
don't
same
need him,
people
though, so
crying
he's
about high
fine.
school football.
no, they definitely
And how
don't need
good
him
they
as a
could have been.
player.
No,
They-
you got Will Anderson. You got
Yeah.
freaking you. They're good. They're
Why
good.
don't you
They're
why
fine.
don't you go help LeVar Ball with a headset?
Yeah.
What was his name there? Dion? Yeah, Deion Sanders there. Why don't you go help Dion up in Colorado? Go
We
visit
will
him.
get
call
to
him
that.
LeVar
We will
Ball.
get to that next week because wait till you see what the players have to say about the fact that he has not done an in-home visit.
He's a terrible person. I told
A terrible
listen,
recruiter,
this
for one.
show mentioned it multiple times, but the dude is only paving a path for his children, and we don't bash him for that. So be it. But if you're dumb enough to look at this situation and think anything else other than he is literally just paving a path to his children, that's a you fucking problem. That's a skill problem. That's a starstruck problem.
Yep.
Right? Oh, my kid's going to be coached by Dion. Your kid ain't being coached by anyone.
No.
So,
He's not being coached. He's being allowed to play for Dion. That's what it is.
Exactly.
An
And
LB
if week one you
with a
don't meet his
headset.
standards, he's putting your ass in the transfer portal.
LB
Yeah,
with a headset.
See, that's the part where it's that's exactly what I was going to bring up. The players are saying this. I get recruited to come there and play for him, but if I'm not playing up to his standards, like you just brought up, then my bags get packed for me and I get sent off because there is no bench at Colorado. It's either you play or nay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Well, something that allowed me to solidify my thought process was halfway, 2/3 of the year through, his son was making terrible decisions, and he fired the offensive
Well,
coordinator.
don't worry. Their schedule next year, I believe they don't play anybody, so they probably will go 10-2.
They're back in the
Don't
Big
they-
12.
Yeah, with what, 4 teams?
No, there's more than 4 teams, jackass.
7 teams.
No,
Well,
there's
Texas is gone. Texas is
no,
gone.
but they all now. This is the problem.
It's going to be crazy next year to think Texas is in the fucking.
I'm going to
SEC.
tell you who's there. I'm going to tell you who's in there next year. Let me pull it back up.
Well, I
This
know
is
it's
my
Texas.
other thing. While we're talking
All right.
about this, and I know we don't want to dwell on the thing,
Yeah, because we're going to get to the candies, but don't
but
worry.
I do.
We gotta
want
touch
to,
on it a little bit.
I want to touch on the fact that he said his son will be a top 5 quarterback, or a top 5 draft pick next year when he comes out. There
He
ain't no
probably
fucking
will
way.
be.
There's
He
no
probably
way.
will be, but that's only
will.
because of hype. It's not because of skill. It's going to be because of hype.
Listen. Jackson Holiday got pulled up to the big leagues because his dad's name was Roy. All right. It
All right.
will. I mean,
These are the teams. These are the teams for the Big 12.
All right,
it shouldn't, but I agree with you, Mike. It shouldn't, but
These are the Big 12 teams for next year for football.
formerly known as the Pac-12.
This is going to be
The Big 12.
University
Big
of
12.
Arizona, Arizona State, Baylor, BYU, UCF, Cincinnati, Colorado, Houston, Iowa State, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, Texas, TCU, Texas Tech, and then West Virginia. So, legitimately, Colorado has the chance to be a Big 12 champion.
Oh,
Does
yeah,
it mean
for
shit?
sure.
No.
No, it won't mean
Because
shit
the-
to anybody.
Because the conference is weak, especially now that Texas and Oklahoma are gone.
Here's
Your
the
two
thing.
powerhouse teams are gone.
Let's play the hypothetical game. They go 10-2. They are the number 10 or 11 team in the country.
They'll make the playoffs.
Congratulations. You just got a chance to play a team from the Big 10 or the SEC that probably
And they're
lost
gonna
one
wipe
fucking
your
game,
ass.
and you're going to lose by 40. So you
They've
just did yourself
actually
a big disservice.
they probably lost 2 or 3 games, and
Well,
they're going to get their
either
fucking
way, they're
ass.
gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah,
in the
yeah.
top 12
Yeah,
probably.
and
But
they're
I'm
gonna
saying
get their
you got a
fucking
better
ass kicked.
chance. You got a better
Yeah.
chance of coming out with a 9-10 win season this year than you did last year with the schedule that they're going to have.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
now hold on. When he played in the weaker divisions, he dominated.
Oh yeah, yeah. Even
Yeah.
against good teams, he played good. But he turns the ball over. He takes way too.
Oh
many
no, I was
fucking
talking about
sacks.
Deion Sanders coaching. Listen.
Oh no, I was talking about the kid.
Shedeur
But
Sanders. Yeah,
Shedeurs.
is because of next year's draft class. I mean, at best he's 4 or 5. At best
Yeah.
he's 4, but
Yeah.
that's because next year's draft class is terrible until we see
Doo-doo
him play.
trash. To quote
yeah,
somebody on
quarterback.
this podcast.
He's not better than Carson Beck, is he? What if
No.
Carson Beck wins a national championship this
No.
year with Georgia? I'll take
it
Carson Beck
depends.
over Sanders.
Yeah.
as the number one quarterback off the board.
Like Chucky said, his last name is Sanders. He's gonna get
that's
somebody.
Exactly, top 5.
And
Probably
look, Dallas is in a quarterback controversy.
because Daddy's gonna be
There's no
calling all these people.
controversy.
He's buddies with Jerry Jones.
Here's the
there
thing.
you go.
You don't think Dak Prescott didn't get re-signed because Shedeur Sanders is going to be in the draft next year?
Ooh,
and it doesn't matter.
conspiracy.
It doesn't matter if his boy's a top 10 pick because old boy is Eli Manning himself to the Dallas Cowboys. Period.
Probably.
I can see it.
I mean,
Is that one of the
listen,
teams that old Daddy Big Bucks
It's
told
the
him that he was gonna
only
play for?
team. It's
Well,
the
he said
only
he
team.
mentioned Philly too, but Philly's
He
like, get
mentioned
the
Philly,
fuck
yeah.
out of here.
Yeah,
The
are you
Phillies
gonna
are
play-
cold-
your
yeah.
fucking-
What are you gonna do? You're gonna be the 4-string quarterback on Philly, so you can get your ass beat.
Yeah.
Get
No.
your ass
They-
out of here, freaking.
They ain't playing at
Jaden
cold weather
Daniels
stadiums.
2.0.
Right? Yet
Yeah,
he's at
that's the other
college
thing.
in Colorado.
Charles,
What
who's
the
bigger?
fuck is going on?
Who's bigger, Shedeur Sanders or Jaden Daniels?
Me.
Shedeur Sanders.
Oh my god.
You think
Me,
Shedeur's bigger?
I know Shedeur is bigger. Yeah.
I'm bigger.
Let's do a little comparison. I bet
Hold
you
on,
they're pretty
I'll be right
similar.
back.
They gotta be
Shedeur
pretty
Sanders
similar.
Shedeur Sanders has an inch and 3/4 and 45 pounds. Or 20
6'2".
pounds.
Shedeur is 6'2", 216,
Jay Daniels, what, 6'4"?
6'4".
Yeah, much smaller.
214 or 215. So they're the same weight. He's got 2 inches on him.
Yeah, Jane Daniels is much smaller.
Yeah. Never.
I'm just telling you, Jane Daniels was obviously measured with cleats on.
I really hope
Obviously.
that we can get I hope we get by the sidelines and we can get up close in person. Maybe the preseason. Maybe they play in the preseason. And we can get up there. We get up close, and Charles goes, "You're small. You're short."
Who's
Way
he play for
shorter than
now?
I thought you
Washington?
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, oh, fuck yeah.
Commanders.
Yeah. TV makes you
commies?
look way bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
TV makes it.
shit,
They
they
make
won't even
sure
be
you
the
wear big
Commanders for
boots.
too much longer.
TV makes you look way bigger.
Commanders are getting ready to submit another name change next year.
What do you
I
think
don't
this one goes to? This one's going to be like the
It's going to stay military themed, so I'm thinking the generals or maybe some kind of there's a lot of talk about like the Tuskegee Airmen, kind of a tribute to them, like Red Wolves or Red Tails or something like, which I would be fine with.
Red Hawks.
Red Hawks, something like that. Just the Commanders is so fucking garbage. Like, I honestly like the Washington football team better than I do the Washington Commanders. At least it was
Yeah.
different.
I still don't understand why they got rid of the Redskins.
The same reason they got rid of the Cleveland Indians.
I don't walk around screaming at White Castle to change their name.
Well,
It's the same fucking thing.
it's our white privilege, you know.
Oh, that's why I don't understand it.
Exactly.
All right, so coming right in hot.
I don't get it.
The night. I don't understand it because I'm white. That's probably how we would have to.
I don't
Okay,
know.
so
We were talking about the Washington
we're
Commanders.
going to start off strong in our 90s candy outlook on an 80s kid
Fizzers.
website with Zoff's Fizzers. Do we remember them? No.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
I remember
remember-
these
I
cutting
remember
the
these.
shit out of my mouth.
Oh yeah, if
you
you
would-
bit
you
into it, you get the fizz, and then you cut your freaking lip, or you cut your
Well,
side.
absolutely. So what I remember, like when you were doing what you do with candies, because it's the internet, and you probably shouldn't say that word while making those hand gestures. I remember that the fizz, where they would fill the fizz, was always a weaker portion of the candy, and it would weather away faster. And then the fizz would come out, and you would get this like little razor blade eye hole thing that you could just
Cut your tongue?
chunks of your tongue off of. And these were probably some of the greatest candies I ever had. I really
Charles is
enjoyed them.
thinking it's like this. How many licks does it take to get to the center of the fizzy pop?
I don't remember these.
When those commercials first came on, my first
Yeah.
thought immediately went to I would punch that fucking owl in the face.
What the?
Yeah. A one, a two, a three.
Fucking stupid ass commercial.
Three. I'd be like, oh yeah, and I would take the stick, I'd shove it in your fucking mouth, and then I'd start punching you until you stopped moving.
All right, so only you and I remember these.
yeah.
Crazy.
All right,
All right,
so-
moving on. Mega Warheads.
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
these.
I still eat those to this day.
Ooh, Stomach ache alley.
They weren't that
Blue
bad.
raspberry. Even.
When
Blue
you
raspberry
ate
was
5 bags
my
at a time,
shit.
bro.
Blue
I
raspberry.
never
is
did
my
anything
favorite flavor.
half-ass. I thought we discussed this already. I was all in.
Did you
5
ever
pound bag of
watch
gummy
that,
bears?
Did you watch that ever food eating competition? There's a video on YouTube of one of these guys does a food competition. He eats so many of those, his tongue starts to bleed.
That doesn't
Yeah.
surprise me.
He
That's
tried to break the
disgusting.
world record, yeah, in like
But the
3 minutes or
sourness
something.
didn't even
First
last that
50
long.
seconds are extremely intense. Hang in there. You're right. But
Yeah, but I think he put
some
about
of the-
120 of them in his mouth.
some of the things like I remember as a kid, right, would be like I could not handle the sour warheads in the beginning. And like the sour apple one, I don't think I've ever finished one in my life.
We're gonna have a competition that we'll see who can hold it in longer. Then.
Let's do it.
Well, as an adult, I have more willpower. I will
That's
win.
what she said.
All right, well then you got to take 5 in your mouth in this time.
I'll do 50.
50? No,
Whoa,
you're
I'll
not
do
gonna-
fucking 50.
Whoa.
Again,
Oh,
that's what she said.
You want to try to? That's what we should do. One of these episodes. Let's try to break a dumb world record or something.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen the Guinness Book of World Records yet?
There's a whole bunch
Too
of junk
easy.
shit in there.
There's so many in there. It's
Well,
like
let's do it. Let's
at one point they're like, we're not relevant anymore. Let's go find out who's got the most one-strand hairs.
That's so ridiculous.
You're a winner.
I don't care.
Okay,
I
so
want to do it.
This one I remember, but I don't remember the container.
Why
It looks
does
like
it
a fucking paint can.
That's right. Yeah. Well, it's paint splashers bubblegum. It turned your whole mouth. That was it turned your
Never
whole
heard
mouth.
of it.
Yeah, but I don't remember those cans.
Dude, parents had to have hated this candy. The kid's
Yeah.
dropping it, spits it out on the floor, and it
Carpet and
just stains
shit.
the whole
Oh.
fucking carpet.
I bet we stored a bunch of pogs in that motherfucker.
There was probably a
Probably.
bunch of kids in timeout with
Pods and
this gum.
slammers and shit.
I
Yeah,
remember the paint gum, but I don't remember the canisters.
I don't. The canister, no. The gum does seem familiar.
Nah.
Oh,
So
firecrackers? Yes.
I vaguely remember the Thunder Jets fruit snacks, but I'm a fruit snack junkie.
That's a dope fucking package, though.
Yeah,
That's
you turned it into a fucking plane, man.
That's
dude,
funny.
that is marketing 101. That's pretty sweet.
Those were all the military planes at the time. Yeah, they were cool as shit.
I don't remember this one either. Sorry.
No?
Yeah.
Shit, maybe I was living a much better life than I thought.
And clearly I wasn't.
We don't
Tear
talk about these.
jerkers, yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember these hoes.
Tear
Everybody just
jerkers.
bit into those and went straight to the gum because they were like the
Yep.
taste of the sour taste was dog shit.
Oh,
Tastes like you're chewing on
And the
fucking
flavor
ass
lasted
plastic.
for like 10 seconds after you started chewing the gum.
yeah, yeah. Worse than the zebra stripe.
Yo,
Fruit stripe
yeah.
gum.
News,
Fruit
though.
stripe gum.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Dude.
going to be on here. I bet you it's in the top 10.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
They
All
don't
right.
make them anymore.
The Batman
Spin
spinner
Pop.
pops.
No, I remember Spinner Pops, but not Batman.
I don't remember Batman, but I do remember the actual
the spinner pop. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
had
freaking
one.
remember.
I had one of these specifically because I'm a Batman. I was a Batman the Animated Series fan.
Yeah.
You know, it was good
And-
times because it was $2.76.
66 cents out
Mike
Walmart.
Mike, had you not eaten it, it'd probably worth about $500 right
No
now.
shit, man.
At Walmart too. Those look like
Yeah.
Walmart. Oh, or is that
yeah.
Family Dollar or
No,
Dollar
that's
General?
a Walmart tag.
That's a Walmart tag. Yeah.
We
That's
got
an
the
old school Walmart
don't
tag.
scan the QR codes. We don't know where it'll take you.
Well, according to this website, it's probably going to be something Coach. That's what all
Yeah,
the-
really
That's what
good
all
movie.
the. Okay, string things.
Oh, yeah.
I remember
Oh,
string
yeah.
things, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Those were good.
Oh, those
tasted
were
like
so
nothing.
good.
When my
There's
mom
never
and dad
enough.
felt like packing lunches, we always got one of those.
The string things. Oh man.
Does that say Betty Crocker made that?
I was just going to say the same thing.
It does. That's Betty
Yeah,
Crocker
yeah,
logo up
Betty
there.
Crocker.
I know that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Betty was on top of her game with the fruit
I
strip.
In the
love
90s,
Betty
bro.
Crocker. That was the best syrup. That was
I'll-
the best syrup.
I'm more
That's
than
probably why it
just
was so good.
Yeah.
Betty made it.
So then the sour
I still
punch
Oh,
eat
twist.
these
yeah.
now. I
Do
still
you?
eat these now.
Oh yeah, sour
there's
punch
never been
twist.
These
sour
will
guy.
never get old.
Nope.
No? I used to take the non-sour ones and drink my fruit punch with them.
Oh, through this, they made a straw. out of
Yeah,
it?
yeah. I would drink my
These will
Kool-Aid
not
You know
with
what
Terrible.
would be dope with those is drinking an ice cold Sprite with one of those.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that'd
tell you,
be dope,
actually,
too.
I tell you what would be like
Skittles
fucking
and a Sprite.
some goddamn martinis or some
fruity
And
drink.
yeah.
freeze them,
Goddamn
and use them as straw.
Yeah, like a Sex on the Beach.
Oh,
Oh,
something.
yes, dude. We just if we
yeah.
ever get a freaking bar for
We'll
the
call it
studio.
Kumanawanalea, spelt with a
Yeah,
K.
there you go.
And
We're gonna
everyone
have
who
all
walks
these
through the door would get
eclectic
laid.
candies around us.
Yeah,
Charles.
yeah. Island themed bars. We'll have T-shirts, marketing. I haven't thought about it at all.
Listen, we're just waiting on
Apples,
Pat to
Never,
retire.
not one time.
No. I got island waterfall bars, right, with
Apple,
gongs on the
strawberry,
back.
blue
You
raspberry.
throw a quarter at the gong, and if it hits a bucket, you win a free draft beer. At the end of the night, bartenders keep all the quarters.
Nice. What's next?
Sour Jacks, mother
Never heard of
pucking candy. Oh, mouth puckering candy.
Sour
Sorry.
Jacks.
Were
Bro.
Is this the foundation to
Sour Patch
fucking
Kids?
Sour
Patch
Patch
Kids,
Kids?
they have
I
to be.
remember Sour Jacks. I swear I do.
Me too.
I don't.
Oh man,
I used to like sour shit as a kid. I can still do
we
it
would
now.
get
but-
It is
you
funny
get them
how
from
all
the
the
movie
candy-
theaters, right?
How
Yes.
it's all sour
Yes.
stuff?
It's funny how all the candies say fat free. Like, that
Yeah.
fucking matters.
Fat free. Yeah, it's got a lot of
8,000
sugar in it,
milligrams
shit.
of sugar.
Yeah,
Fat fruit.
99 grams in a 3.5 ounce. Crazy. Soda
Bottles. I
do remember these.
Not these specifically, but we had like the little Coke bottles you could buy. They were always too waxy and gross to me.
Oh, I
These
hated
are
those
disgusting.
ones.
More
These
Betty
ones were
Crocker
these
fruit
ones,
snacks.
but these ones were made with real 7-Up. I remember.
Fruity Mix 6-pack.
No, it's just what it says in the
Nothing
corner.
about this seems like I want to try it.
No.
Do you remember the box it things for the
Yeah.
school?
For
You
the
just-
school,
yeah,
you get the
yeah.
coupons
You used
for
to
the-
cut them fuckers out in the fucking the soda cap tabs.
Kids don't know how
Yeah.
good it was back in the day.
Fuck, we used to have a time. Oh, Shark Bite.
Yeah, everybody remembers Shark
see?
Bites.
I
The
remember.
white ones.
These were the
like
most
Jimmy
dude.
stickiest fruit snacks I
Oh,
ever
them-
had in my life.
Them
There
white
was, There
ones.
was legit shit tons of sugar in these things.
Better to bite
Oh,
them than
stupid
to
amount of
have
sugar.
them bite you. That's
Yeah.
fucking
Boy.
awesome.
The
All right, what was your
hammerheads were my
favorite?
favorite. The hammerheads were my
The
favorite.
hammerheads,
Oh, these
yeah.
were good. These were good.
I
This is-
loved the
this was a
hammerheads.
classic.
Man.
The purple
Oh,
was
that
like
was
a real
good.
grape.
Yeah.
The
Hammerhead
white
was a
one was
real
always
grape.
always my favorite one, just because you didn't know.
Was it a mystery
exactly what it
flavor?
was.
It
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think
was a
so.
mystery flavor.
It
Yeah.
sounds exactly like the definition of white privilege.
These
Oh, I
are
love
the
these.
listen,
I fuck
listen.
with these things.
Before y'all
I
say
love Runts.
anything, before y'all
Okay.
say anything,
All right.
Runts are like my top 3 candies of all time.
Me
To
too.
this fucking day, and my wife thinks I'm
Chewy.
gross.
Yeah, you look
Chewy?
like you
You
like
like the
candy
chewy
corn.
ones? Yeah,
you look like
chewy.
you like candy corn too. That's something.
I do
that's
like
something.
candy corn.
That's
What
what I
the fuck
said.
is
This
wrong with candy
people
corn?
people who like
What the
runts
fuck is
say
wrong with
things
you?
like I like candy
All right,
corn.
all right,
that's
hold on.
that's
I gotta
like
ask Paul a
defined.
question. I gotta ask him a
Candy corn's the
question.
worst candy on the planet.
Paul, do you eat the runts, the chewy ones? Do you eat the sour ones? And then when you eat the sour ones, you take a banana or a grape to get rid of that nasty taste of the apple or the other one? Yep. See, that's what you got to do. That's how you eat them.
If you need a system to eat candy, they're
First
trash.
of all, fuck you.
My guy.
All right,
My
I'm just
guy.
saying.
I
love
fucking.
them.
This is coming from the guy that likes pie. I don't want to hear shit.
Yeah, you know who else likes pie? 99.9%
Whoa, wait a
of the
minute.
fucking world.
Wait a minute.
If
I
you
I
eat
eat
That's
I
wrong
eat
at the
pumpkin
beginning.
pie.
It says
Yeah.
that there's a chubby guy that loves cheesecake. So just so you know, that's me, and you can all rip on me for that one.
Listen, I eat one pie a year, and it's fucking pumpkin on Thanksgiving.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with Runts or candy corn.
There's
Candy
a
corn-
lot of things wrong with runts and candy corn. They're
Hey.
always the last candy left in the dish or the 25-cent candy
Because
machine.
you saved the best for last.
In what universe?
Mine.
Charles, they never get old. They last forever. They're like the.
You know what else? You know what else didn't get
Candy.
old? All food before 1985. It didn't have those sell-by dates, and now pussies turned it into this shit. Look it. Now you end up with this runts crap.
We can have one of
There's
those
only-
episodes too, where we
there's
just eat a bunch of
only-
old random food.
Listen,
Yes,
Runts
there's
will
only
always be
one
cracked
candy.
here.
Cracking up beans.
There's
from
only
the
one
from
candy
the
I hate.
1920s.
There's only one candy I hate more
All right,
than
what is
Runts,
it?
and it's
You
Mike
hate
and Ike's.
more than once?
Oh,
Hey,
what?
Mike and Ike's?
You hate Mike and Ike's, bro.
Mike and Ike's are disgusting.
We were on the same train for about 12 minutes,
Huh?
and now you're fuck. I turned
Sir,
I
around.
like
Who
that
doesn't
Paul
like-
comment.
Paul,
Paul
you don't
made
like
that
Raisinets?
Facebook post.
Sir,
Oh, man.
sir, you are not going to disrespect Mike and Ike's that way.
Mike and Ike's
No.
are disgusting.
Oh man.
I'm not
I
a
think-
big fan of them, but I'll eat them.
I think Mike and Ike's are just shortly above peach ring gummies.
Well, I hate everything peach.
My
so
wife loves that.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah,
like
yeah,
peach
yeah.
cobbler?
If I don't like pie, what makes you think I'm gonna eat peach cobbler?
Yeah, I don't
man?
like peach cobbler either.
What the fuck? Peach cobbler is the greatest dessert ever created in the history of man.
First of all,
Whoa,
nobody
hell
likes
no.
to eat- Nobody
No,
wants
no.
to eat warm fruit.
You're tripping.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
I like
Warm-
my fruit cold.
Get it.
Yeah.
You know what? You sir are expelled from the state of Texas. Get out.
Yeah.
Making
Get out.
He's just not even Texas, just the South.
We're
You can't even come
gonna
back.
listen.
You-
This
you
this
eat
guy
cobbler, you can't
this
come
switch back to pies real quick. Ain't nobody like talking about pies. You eat pie one time a year, and that's fucking Thanksgiving. And here we have push pops.
Yeah.
Push pops.
You
Those
don't
are
like
my
push
Jimmy
pops.
Jams.
You just
Dude,
don't
you
eat
think
the
he's
pie.
gonna
My
be able to
fingers
get
are
that one off
still
his
sticky.
pinky? Dude, look at
Hell
that one
no.
jammed all the way down on
Oh.
his pinky. Is he getting that fucker off?
It kept
No,
falling.
abso-fucking-lutely
It kept falling,
not.
and the producer went on and said, "Fuck this."
He just
but
jammed it on his
if
pinky.
The candy isn't. The candy doesn't look like it's up to the level.
If
No.
you're in your 30s and you don't like push pops, something's wrong with your childhood.
Way
you,
wrong.
You didn't have a great. You didn't. Have
I
a good job.
love push pops.
Push
Like,
pops were the Jimmy Jam, especially
Man,
in
they're-
elementary school on the
Fuck,
playground.
bro.
Yeah.
They used to be 3 for $1 back when I was younger.
The
Hey,
best
it's-
part. Listen.
It's
the
a
best
candy
part,
that you can save for later.
Oh, and the best part
Yeah.
about push pops, the hidden secret. You could drop it on the ground and then run it through water,
And it's
and in
good.
about 2-3 seconds, it's a brand new fucking thing of
Nobody
candy.
would be the wiser.
Nobody would fucking know. It was like the
Oh,
greatest thing ever.
Let me kind of correct myself. I
This
confuse
is why
Mike
kids
and
ain't
Ike's.
glue.
I confuse Mike and Ike's for Good and Plenty. Good and
Oh,
Plenty.
yeah.
I fucking hate.
Nobody
Oh,
likes
good.
this shit.
No,
No,
Good
Oh,
and Plenty
man.
is disgusting. That's
That's
Good
what I
and
meant.
Plenty's
Not Mike
terrible.
and Ike.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
and
yeah,
Plenty.
Okay. Yeah. Because Mike and Ike's are like.
Because
I
Mike
love
and Ike's
Mike
get
and
the
Ike.
different flavors.
The
and
only
the-
They
thing-
got
Yeah.
passion fruit ones. They've got tropical ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
There is two
Power
candy groups
that's
that
a
I
movie
like.
candy. That's a good movie candy.
There are two candy groups
Just
that
like
I prefer
Raisinets.
over Mike and Ike's.
Yeah, Raisinets.
The first one is
Cat
gummy
turd.
bears in this order. Any gummy bear, anything. I'm a gummy god.
I like gummy bears.
But the number one candy on my list of all time, Skittles.
But which one?
All of them.
Okay, I'll allow it. Because Skittles are my favorite candy.
All of them. People would, hey, I want to send you a care package. If it doesn't have Skittles, don't waste your time.
Listen, let me tell you about my child. My child is a weird individual.
Yeah.
Now, she likes Starburst, right? Who doesn't like Starburst, right?
Yeah, they're
good
top
candy.
10 candy. Yes.
Good piece of candy. However, she had the audacity 2 weeks ago to tell me that orange and yellow are better than pink.
What?
What?
It's like you are
Listen,
not.
orange and yellow is good if you smush them together, but it doesn't
Nothing-
compare to the singular
time I-
taste of pink.
Last time I checked, Starburst has only pink Starburst. They don't got orange and yellow.
All right. I don't know if you guys can see this. My wife just pulled something up. I love these things as a kid. They're the peanut butter bars.
Oh, those are top tier in my house.
Oh yeah, I love those things.
My mom used to hide those from us because she didn't want to share.
My
them.
So you
favorite
eat them.
my
Yeah, 'cause we
favorite
would kill 'em.
candy of all time is, I guess it's kind of a cheat because it's a candy bar, is Butterfingers.
Yeah, that's top tier. That's top tier peanut butter.
Yeah, they're a top 5 candy bar.
Yeah.
I think it's my favorite candy of all time, just because I
But if
love.
I'm
peanut butter
picking a
chocolate.
peanut butter preference, I'm picking Reese's over Butterfinger.
I can see that the
Boom,
Reese's
boom,
peanut butter cups are.
boom, boom,
Actually, you know what?
Yeah,
I
I
got
don't think
some of those in
anybody
my
really
closet
liked
right
these.
now.
They
I would
just
put-
thought about
Matter
them.
of fact, God damn it, Paul made me change my mind because I think Reese's Pieces might be my favorite candy of all time.
Oh, if you're talking about a candy bar, it's the Reese's peanut butter cup all day.
I could I
So-
could see that too.
Yeah.
This
I have
was,
some of
this
these
was
Pop
definitely
Rocks in
not
my
nobody's
closet.
favorite candy, though, right?
Pop
I didn't
Oh,
either.
Pop Rocks. No, but I love the shit out of them.
Yours?
I have some in my pantry right
Oh,
now.
apparently
Yeah.
Pop Rocks are my wife's favorite candy of all time.
Are they? That's oh, I love
Put
Pop.
these
Just
motherfuckers in a Sprite bottle and it's legit.
when
Pop
you
Rocks and Coke.
Oh,
you remember
man,
that old urban
I gotta
legend?
stop doing that on the internet. That's
Oh,
but,
yeah, somebody's got a meme with stuff in the dick or something.
They got caught me going.
I was just thinking about the first time I put that pack of Pop Rocks on my tongue, right? And it was just like,
It just felt weird.
and I'm like, the only thing that's ever done this in my life is Rice Krispies.
You know, now
And
they
this
make
doesn't have
Oreos
milk.
that have Pop Rocks in them.
Oreos?
love
Yeah.
Pop Rocks. Ugh.
You're
Pop
going a little
Rocks,
crazy. The
Oreos?
best part
Yeah.
about Pop Tarts is when they could melt in your mouth, right? Like
Yeah,
you're
Pop
chewing
Okay,
them and
hold
shit.
on,
You're
hold
gonna
on.
break
All
your
right, all right.
teeth.
If we're talking
Holy
about
shit.
Pop-Tarts, who's
Pop-Tarts?
Which is the best Pop-Tart?
S'mores, or the cinnamon,
Cinnamon and
The
the
sugar.
brown, the brown sugar
It's
cinnamon.
the best Pop-Tart in the world.
If we're talking about like an original 6 Pop Tart, we got to go with the brown sugar cinnamon.
I'm a strawberry Pop Tarts or cherry.
Yeah, you
Asshole.
look like it. You look like
Yes.
it. Yeah.
No,
Strawberry guy.
fucking.
Well, everybody needs a strawberry pack because the variety pack comes with the strawberries. So.
You know what? I like the strawberries. I love the cherries. Mike Romeo, my youngest, loves the s'mores. That's the
Yeah.
only Pop Tarts he'll eat.
Oh, the box was here for a couple of days.
Ooh, sugar daddies. Oh,
The wife took care of it.
No,
Wait.
you know what?
Yeah, I had a
Charleston
whole
Chew
ass
was my
box.
shit back in the day. Those Charleston Chews.
Are you sure you
Still
don't
love
like
those.
candy corn? Jesus Christ, Charles.
I
Hey,
hate candy
hey,
corn.
hey, fucker!
These
Oh,
two.
this-
Oh,
Oh,
man.
Those are grandma candies.
Yeah, but they're
Yeah, those
so
great.
Yeah. You would
I
find
never-
those in the same bowl as the candy corn, except those
I
would disappear
always
before the
saw-
candy corn.
Yeah.
Charles, I always saw this at Barney's, but I never bought this.
This
Dude,
is like
oh,
the-
I love Barney's. It pissed me off when he got caught selling cigarettes to kids.
This has got to be the
Yeah.
worst bubble
And
gum.
candy-
booze.
candy
Probably sold
Band-Aids.
booze to
Yeah, he
kids.
did too. What's up, Paul?
The
This has got to be the
candy
worst bubble
Band-Aids,
gum
yeah.
ever.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah,
I'm
it was
still
sh-
telling
it
you,
was
we're gonna have a
trash
bubblegum
gum.
rank it. This was trash gum, but I'm
It was bad
serious.
gum.
The
Yeah.
zebra
Hey,
stripe,
it was good.
the zebra stripe gum was terrible. At least with
It
this
was the
container,
tattoos.
you could use this
the fruit
container
stripe
as
gum,
fake
yeah.
grenades
Trash.
when you're playing war with your friends. These made great grenades filled with rocks.
This
And if you were
gum-
lucky, you would hit right above
Right.
their head, and the rocks would fucking rain down on them.
So one of these metal containers, literally, my little brother still has a scar going from his eyebrow up to the middle of his
You
forehead.
chucked it at him or what?
Yeah, full of fucking water and rocks, and I
Yeah,
literally-
that's I
What
said
an asshole.
they made the best grenades. I'm telling you. Ouch. Bubble gum.
yeah
Ouch
no,
is right. What a fucking name for it too.
literally the scar goes from the scar
It
goes
wasn't because
from
of the Band-Aids.
the scar goes from here and it goes almost halfway up his forehead. I think he got like 7 stitches or something in it, and we're like 9 years old. I just
Oh,
chucked
my
it at his
God.
ass.
Is that Gobstoppers?
Listen,
That has to be.
Listen, it's,
Yeah,
I
that
know
is
about
the
the
most
roller
disgusting
coaster
thing I've ever seen in
Gobstoppers.
my life.
I had one of these for almost a
Or is
month
he the Mega Jawbreaker?
from
Jawbreaker,
the
yeah.
Mega Jawbreaker.
Yeah,
They
buddy.
would hand make these at
Mega one.
Mackinac Island, bro.
These would
I'm
last
like,
4
oh my
days.
God. Dude, it was seriously.
Your jaw
It's gotta be
hurts
disgusting.
trying to get through this
I
thing.
sat there for days. Holy fuck, it's yellow.
Just like a ball.
Oh, it's orange. Look at this.
Yeah.
No, you know what it looks like? Does that not look like someone took a cannonball and
An
fucking
ostrich
painted
head,
it?
dude.
randomly
Bro,
painted it.
They were this big. I was 5th grade
Yeah,
me.
they were big as a softball
Oh
back
my
then.
God,
That's
they were
for
so
days.
cool.
If you
Bro.
gave that to somebody nowadays, you'd get sued because a kid would try to
Days.
shove that in his fucking mouth on like YouTube or TikTok.
This thing
You gotta
will
stop
last-
fucking with
Break his
Darwin.
fucking jaw.
You
You
stop
talk about
fucking with
something that
Darwin.
could leave scars on somebody if you chucked it at him. That fucking
Yeah.
thing was literally the size of a softball.
I
Well, it
ate
probably
one
weighed
and
2 pounds.
I broke one. I broke one with a hammer.
And it
I
only
would break
costs like
pieces
a
off
few
with the
dollars.
hammer, and then I would eat the pieces.
And it
Well, look at
only
how many
costs-
layers. Go down a little bit.
Oh, dude, so
Let's go
many
down.
fucking.
Look at them
layers,
fucking
bro.
layers. Look at them. They're thick.
It would take you. This is a small one.
Take you days.
Yeah, that's a
It would
very
take you
small
days to get to the center.
But no, but I mean, you get the gist of it, like how it was made.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
This
Yeah.
wasn't a small
That
feat, dude.
that fucking owl from the Tootsie Pop commercial break his.
He
fucking
got
neck
nothing on
trying
that
this shit.
jawbreaker.
Yeah,
Bro,
fuck that
no.
owl.
Mambas.
I love these things too.
I liked Mambas.
These are
I-
my
These
shit.
are Maya's favorite candy.
Now
Like,
later,
I
too,
don't-
yeah.
see, my thought was they weren't Starburst, but if I didn't have Starburst, Mambas
Mamba
were always
would work.
great.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
And you could get them for like you could get a whole pack for like 65 cents or
Yeah.
whatever at 7-Eleven.
When I got them
They
for
were good
Halloween,
candy
I
for
would be
what they were
pissed.
worth.
Yeah,
these things cost like $3 now.
Yeah.
For Halloween candy, I would get these and I'd be pissed. I'd be honest. I'd say, motherfucker, you could have got Starburst.
Not
It's right
anymore.
there next to
or
it.
at least if you're not gonna get Starburst, at least get Now or Later's. Come on, man. Shit.
Well, the only good thing about these mamas too, the yellow, the lemon actually was edible. It wasn't like super
Yeah.
overpowering. It was okay.
I loved the lemon. Yeah. But still,
There's
it's
yeah,
just-
there's some of
It's
them
not
I
the
don't
worst.
mind
It
lemon
wasn't the
flavor
worst
on.
candy.
what
And
they needed to do is get with Starburst and buy some of those tiny little planes from them that they use to inject the juice for the
Have you
Starburst.
guys ever seen?
That wasn't real.
My wife just showed me this, and I've never seen it.
You ever see Starburst gum that had that?
Yeah,
Oh, I
that-
remember those gums.
Oh, dude, that's probably
Yeah.
on here. That's
Oh, yeah.
probably on
We're
here.
only
That's
on
good.
They've seen
13.
it.
Yeah, the powder
Also,
gum.
also
it wasn't
shitty ass
so
gum.
Yeah, terrible.
Also, shitty gum.
I give
Also-
you if you want to know what it feels like for our listeners, if you want to know what that feels like, grab a spoonful of cinnamon and
Just-
bite down on it.
really hard,
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Man, the
and then squash
90s.
it around.
Lifesavers
These were good too. Those
Lifesaver
little guys.
holes. I love these. I'm willing to bet over
My
under on
parents-
children who choked on this was 101.
That's what I was about
Oh,
to
yeah.
say. Small little.
My parents, the
Beads.
butter. Oh man, I love
This guy-
the butter rum flavor.
Oh, the butter rum ones.
Yeah,
the best
they
one.
were
We
good.
would get
Yeah.
these every year for Christmas, like the whole pack
Good
in our
candy as
stocking.
kids.
I loved Lifesavers. They were
We used to
a
get those,
go-to. I
those-
mean, seriously, they were a lifesaver.
We used to get the lifesavers, like those little books that you could fold open that had
Yeah.
lifesaver
Oh, for
rolls in them.
Christmas, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mandy and I
Oh,
talked
man.
about this, dude. Why didn't they bring that shit back? Those were fire, man.
I think just more influencers need to talk about them. To be honest with you.
Yeah,
They'll
we're gonna
come
bring
back.
all this shit back. This is
Yeah.
gonna make a. Oh yeah, those are
Shitty ass gum.
Yeah.
Tops
More,
juice
more
bubble
trash ass
gum.
gum.
More
trash
dumbass gum.
Oh my god! And you would get
And the
way
thing
too
is
many
that
of these
probably
tiny
was-
pieces.
You think
How
about this.
many
This had to have been the
things about
easiest thing ever to make. They're just like,
I know-
how do we
I
make
know-
it? I don't know. Throw a bunch of shitty gum in a box and
I know Paul and Charles have seen these in MREs. The Charms candies.
Who?
You guys don't remember Charms candies in the
We
MREs?
used, no, we used to get the omelet just because it had Skittles in it.
No,
What were those?
so
Like you would take the omelet MRE
When I-
because it came with
Same
Skittles.
thing with the chili mac.
I
when I
love the
went
chili
into,
mac though.
when I
Yeah,
went
it's
into
pound
basic in
Yeah.
2004 when I went into the army, every fucking MRE
I didn't
had
have that.
goddamn Charms
Oh,
candy
man.
in them.
I tell you, my favorite MRE was the meatloaf and onion gravy.
You're a
Right?
trip.
No, because
My-
it was 2 meals in one. You would eat the meatloaf out of it, and then you would take the cracker, crunch it up into a bunch of tiny pieces, dump it into the gravy, and then eat all of that. And it was so fucking good.
the
My
only one
favorite-
that I ever tried was the macaroni one.
The chili
Yeah?
mac.
Oh,
I did
yeah.
a YouTube video one time back in the day, and I tried the chili mac.
I tell you
one.
what, you
I thought it
should have tried was
I
the
thought it was
omelet.
okay.
You should
Thought it
have
was
tried
okay.
the omelet. It's
My
just a
favorite one was
rubber
the
flat dick.
That would have made me
The-
probably puke.
Yeah.
I heard some people can't even like civilians can't handle that shit
Oh,
at
yeah,
all. They're
it's-
like,
it's
"Mm-mm."
Disgusting.
trash food. My favorite one though was the
Trash food, yeah.
the
Eat it every
rib
day, trash
shaped
food.
patty and the
Whoa.
New England clam chowder.
Yeah, yeah,
It was fucking
That
fire.
veggie patty.
No,
Dude.
no, it was an actual rib patty. Well,
Oh, I
it was,
remember. But
It was a
like,
McRib.
I ate that meatloaf and
I'd
onion
rather eat
gravy.
a McRib than that fucking rib patty.
I ate that meatloaf and onion gravy MRE so much that there was just as many onion gravy stains on my ACUs as there was blood and dirt. I swear to God.
Did you guys get choices?
tell the
You guys
difference.
actually
You
had
couldn't
choices
tell
to
the
eat?
well, you
Yeah.
grabbed whatever
Yeah,
was
you
in the
would,
box.
as long as you got to the box first.
You didn't get
Yeah.
to-
Well, that's
they
what
threw
I
it
was
at you,
wondering.
and you-
Like, there's just like a shit ton, and you guys were like,
Yeah,
"Oh
if
shit!"
There's
If
at
you
least
got-
each box.
if
There's
you-
at least
yeah.
like 8 to 10 MREs, and they would throw it at you, and whatever you got, you got. The only way you got something different than what you initially got is because you traded with somebody
Yeah.
else willing to trade. And if not, you're trading shit inside the MREs
Yeah.
to make a better meal than
Yeah.
what you have.
You're rat
Yeah.
fucking the MRE.
Because it was like
somebody's getting
elementary
Skittles.
school fucking lunchroom.
part
I
of
mean, there was
exactly what it
yeah.
is.
There was,
Yeah.
there was a
Exactly
game
what
to
it
it
is.
too, because if what you wanted wasn't there, you would grab that omelet because the Skittles were so powerful.
Yes.
And
You just
Absolutely.
trade the fucking Skittles. Yeah.
It's almost
there
like
was-
buying a shitty box of cards, and there's one card in there. You need to trade that fucker up.
Yeah,
That's-
you get a
that's
good meal
exactly
off
what
them
it was.
Skittles. Yeah,
Now,
hell
I
yeah.
don't know if you guys ever did this because I was a shitty ass soldier. Sometimes when people would piss me off, I would take the little fucking Tabasco hot sauce, and if
Yeah.
I knew I didn't need to heat up my food because it tasted fine just cold,
Yeah, yeah.
a little bit of water, in the
CS
little-
gas.
Yes.
put the
Yeah.
hot sauce, and I dump it under somebody's tent. I'm like, "Fuck you, bitch!"
Yeah. No, we would
Bro.
we would follow you to the porta john, and as you open the porta john, we'd throw you and it in the porta john, and then stand in the door.
And
Hell
that
yeah.
in seconds.
You got
We
yeah,
did
you
that
got
shit
fucked up.
turned up.
Yeah.
We got a new platoon leader right before we deployed to
Patrick shaking his head,
Afghanistan.
just don't be a douche. Doesn't happen to you.
I'm trying to picture in my head how terrible that fucking be to get
Bro,
stuck in a fucking
it
shitter with
is-
this hot fucking gas.
It is fucking trash, dude.
Terrible.
We had got a new butter bar into our platoon, right? And we're getting ready to deploy. So the whole platoon had been together for like a year, and this random butter bar comes in. He gets promoted to first lieutenant the day we land in country. And he was a bitch. Like he was just, oh, I'm the lieutenant. I know better. One of those guys fresh out of college.
Yeah.
So our platoon sergeant, old crusty ass E7, just ignorant, fucking didn't care, would call you the N word, would call you the S word, would call you a cracker and a honky, didn't care. Just
Yeah.
was one of
He
those
was an
guys-
equal rights motherfucker. Yeah.
and you knew he
Everybody
wasn't
gets
racist. He did it to everybody. Like there was no
Yeah.
racial hate behind it.
No.
So this lieutenant told my platoon sergeant to stand at attention while he talked to him. My platoon sergeant was like, "Oh, that's how we're gonna play it." Yes, sir. Absolutely. Sniper check, sir, and walked off. The next night, lieutenant is in bed because he's the convoy commander for the next day. Platoon sergeant, every single squad leader, every NCO in our platoon all did the Tabasco sauce in the MRE heater and threw it in his tent because he had his own room in a tent. So you're talking 25 of these packets in his fucking tent.
Fantastic.
Every NCO in that platoon got wrote up. Every single one of us got written up.
it.
And bro, it got to the point where our first sergeant locked all of the NCOs up and was like, "Listen, you know how sensitive these fucking lieutenants are. He might unalive himself if y'all keep fucking around with him. Like,
Sounds
Yeah.
like a him problem.
yeah, don't come into a platoon acting like
I
you
liked
run shit.
ours.
Get the fuck out of here.
A
What's
Whopper
next?
usually got you almost anything you wanted. We called him Lieutenant Whopper.
Hey, fuck it.
What's next
Yeah.
on the list?
So next one on the list.
No, these
Hostess had to make it.
Come on
Yeah.
now, this isn't
Yeah.
even.
Like Hostess in general, or is it just these?
Do they make these cakes anymore?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
But is it
do they,
Hostess itself?
do they have sell-by dates on them today?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
then they're
probably.
not the good ones.
All right. Let's see. Do you guys remember
I don't know what that is.
Butterfinger BBs?
I remember those.
Oh, yeah,
Those are
I
my
remember the
shit.
Simpsons commercials for the Butterfinger BBs.
Exactly, the
Yeah.
Simpsons
Yeah.
commercials.
These are top tier gummy bears.
This is Romeo's favorite candy in
Back
the
in
entire
the
world.
back in the 90s, these were fantastic. Today, I could send you 4 different types of gummy bears that blow these out of the water. These are
Bro.
these
Believe it.
are
I believe it.
these
Do
are.
you-
I mean, and they're expensive. The gummy bears I'd be sending you like $1.19 a pack, bro.
You know where
Well,
I
I
got?
don't know.
days
They just
recession.
built a $7 billion facility in Wisconsin.
Hell yeah, Harborough is the greatest fucking gummy bear out
That's
there.
funny.
I could not send you 4 packs that would beat this. There's no way I would even find them in Wisconsin because Harborough is the best. What were you saying, Mike?
No, I was gonna say I got introduced really to gummy bears because I was never a big gummy bear kid. That's funny. Where I got it. Did you guys go to Golden Corral as kids?
I
Yeah,
go as an
We got
adult.
one
I still
left
love
in
it.
Appleton. We got
Well,
one
Yeah,
left.
I go to that
Get
one
the
up in
vanilla ice
Appleton
cream?
often.
Get the vanilla ice cream
And the
put
gummy bears.
Yes, son.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
The
I
Golden
tell you,
Corral was like $6 a piece.
it
I got an
sounds
ice cream
crazy.
story for later.
My favorite thing to do with fast food ice cream is get a Wendy's Frosty and a large
fries?
fry. Yeah.
Yes,
A salty
fries.
fry with that fry, whatever ice
I'm
cream
fine
you
with
want.
that.
Don't
Yeah,
give a
that's
fuck.
fine.
Yeah,
good.
it's
Or-
so good. But
Look, y'all are gonna judge the
hashtag
shit out
fuck
of me for
Wendy's, by the way, and their surge pricing.
Y'all
I
are gonna
got a
judge
question
the
about
shit
ice
out of
cream.
me.
Hold on. I got a question for ice cream. So
Okay.
clearly, this is probably not weird, but I don't know if y'all did it as kids. But you get you a bowl of ice cream.
With a cone?
No, just
Oh.
put you some ice cream in a bowl. You pour either Frosted Flakes, Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles in it.
Huh.
No, I didn't do that, but I can see
I've
the
never done that
appeal.
either. But there are people out there that pour their milk first and then their cereal. So what you're
And-
telling me doesn't seem too
It's
off-putting.
not that bad because those
But
people.
no.
what's wrong with that?
If you put milk first before your cereal, you're a psycho.
That's
You're
what I thought.
an
Yeah.
absolute communist if you put milk.
And I
before your
cannot
cereal.
trust you with simple life decisions.
Well, absolutely.
Absolutely not. You. I
It's the
Also-
same. There's three types of people. They're all in the
there's
same
a lot
bus.
Of
You
thing
got
is
the
there's
milk
a lot of
cereal.
children that are born milk before cereal. So
Psycho.
if you're an adult, you get clarify this. If you're an adult
Yep,
and you're
yep.
doing this, yes, you're a psychopath.
Yes,
Then-
if you're a child and
kids
you're doing
too.
this, you can
Because
you
your
still
parents
have,
didn't
kids.
teach you better.
you still have time to
Their
be
parents are the
corrected.
ones that are doing it. So
The other types of people, the ones who put pineapple on pizza, they're right there
Psychos.
with the.
Hey,
they're
no,
right
hey,
there
that's-
with the
that's
milk.
fire,
Hey,
man.
They're
That's
right
good
there with the
stuff.
milk.
That's
Hey, that's all right.
psychotic
Listen,
behavior.
there's three sections to that bus. Some of you are sitting in the back. Some of you are in the middle, and some need extra
you on
attention
the
up
short.
front. All
The only
right.
way that's messed up is if
I'm
you put
definitely-
chicken on
I
that pizza.
definitely-
Pineapple
the
on
short
pizza
bus.
is psychotic behavior.
Yeah.
Pineapple, ham,
And
and
then-
freaking cheese.
Psychotic
that's
behavior.
good.
The number one thing, food psychotic, ketchup on macaroni and
Ride
cheese.
the whip.
Wait, who does that?
Dude, the people
Way
put
too
ketchup
many
and
people.
peanut butter on macaroni and cheese. That's a thing.
That's
disgusting.
Let's pause
Yeah,
for-
that's disgusting. But Charles is over here, fuck pineapple on a pizza. Like, there's way
Peanut
more
butter?
fucked up human beings out there.
Peanut
Oh,
butter
as I
on
said, that was
macaroni
number
and
two. The macaroni and cheese
Number
ketchup
two,
was number
no,
one.
number one is ketchup. and macaroni and cheese.
Ketchup and macaroni. And you said peanut butter?
Yeah, that's a new
Yeah.
one too. They're all in the. That's as I said. Somebody's got to drive the bus. Welcome to the peanut butter macaroni and cheese
No, they
bus
don't.
truckers.
They don't
Wait,
got to drive the
wait.
bus. You could just ghost ride the whip. It's fine.
Oh,
Wait,
dude,
wait,
high
go
school
for it.
stoners have
Before we move on to
reinvented the
this-
game of fucked up food things. You saw that freaking hot dog or broth that I had? That was a stoner make, and that I can't even tell you what is on that. I do know there's coleslaw, there is barbecue sauce, ketchup, cottage cheese,
At one
ranch
point, is it
dressing.
not a hot dog and just
Oh,
a
dude.
sandwich?
Oh, dude, it's a big sandwich, but it's got a hot dog in it. Yes, that was a creation of me
I
just
may
going
have
through everything
vomited
that was
in
in
my
my
mouth.
refrigerator and saying,
I have a
"I'm
childhood
high,
question.
I'm hungry, I want to make sandwich."
What's
I
next?
have a childhood question.
Fun dip.
First of all, I have a childhood question with macaroni and cheese. Did y'all cut up hot dogs in y'all
Yeah,
mac and cheese?
of course.
Yeah, still
Yeah.
to this day.
Yeah, that was a 5-course meal when that happened.
All right,
Are you
just wanna-
kidding?
Oh, yeah.
me? Hell yeah.
Hot dogs and your macaroni and
Yeah.
cheese was like
Dinner
a
was
gift
gonna.
from God.
Nighttime was gonna be
Here's the
great
other
after
thing.
a macaroni and cheese
You
hot
put
dog.
shredded cheese in your macaroni and cheese because it's not cheesy enough for you sometimes.
Oh, I've done that
Yeah.
too.
The wife makes a homemade macaroni and cheese for Thanksgiving. It's really really good.
Yo,
It's
I bet
stupid
PR
good.
Miss B got to make a crazy baked macaroni and cheese.
Not only
Yeah.
does she make a badass mac and cheese, she also has this cowboy spaghetti.
Yeah.
Is that the chicken spaghetti we ate at your reception?
You know, if you put
Fucking
ham in it, it becomes closer to a fake dish known as
What
a
about
British
pineapple,
carbonara.
Charles?
We don't put pineapples in spaghetti.
Pineapple is good for one thing, and this show isn't
Soda.
rated for us to talk about it.
Oh, it's NSFFW, whatever. It's already past that
It's
point
a
right
fun
now.
dip.
It's the fun dip. All right.
That's
Speaking
what
of
the pineapple's for. It's a
Speaking
fun
of putting
dip.
dick-shaped things in your mouth,
Yeah, really.
What a
I
segue.
can't help you. I
the
can't help
lick
you.
a stick, cherry lick a stick.
So
candy.
these have
Clearly
like
the-
adapted over the lifetime, but I remember these packages, and I don't think they ever tasted better than those packages.
Back in the
Can I-
day, yeah.
Can I be the guy in the room that's gonna do the Theo Vaughn thing?
Of course.
Does this guy look like he's got a little bit of the tism?
See on the spectrum?
Yeah, is he on the spectrum?
It
What the
definitely
fuck
looks
is-
like the
Who
company had
drew
not
that?
figured out
The
printing
dude's got
presses
no.
yet.
He's got no fingers.
Okay, hold on.
His hands
though.
are like this.
All right. So before we dig a hole, back in the '90s, what companies used to do is reach out to elementary schools for the drawings of their.
Yeah.
Are
show
you
thing.
sure about that? or
Yes,
is this,
yes.
Are you
yes,
sure?
Yes.
It
These are
shows.
this is what my wife snacks on now. These are watermelon gummy rings with tahini.
Yeah.
I would probably
Wait, what?
fuck that
What
shit
is
up.
it? What'd you say?
Are
at
those
the end?
hot?
Tahini.
Oh,
It's
tahini.
not, they're spicy-ish.
I thought you were telling me to fire in Russian. I'm like, what?
I
the
used to
fuck?
mess with that. I used to
It's
mess
close.
with the Mexican
Tahini.
candy and the
Or
gummies.
tahine.
Oh, dude,
You-
those are pretty
yeah.
fucking good.
You were hitting me with the K there. I was getting lost.
This is-
Sorry.
this is
Tahini.
good candy.
Yeah, I enjoyed the fun dip. I don't think it needs to be this high on the list, but
No, I don't think so either.
It's
I
a good
enjoyed
candy.
the fun dip.
We're all going to be disappointed with number one anyway. So
Probably.
Dweebs.
what the
want
fuck are these?
Wow.
Don't remember those.
Holy
No.
I do
Oh.
not remember these.
Y'all didn't
Are these
have
would be for
dweebs?
nerds?
No.
Yes, but they're soft.
Oh,
right.
what the hell? These would have been way better than Nerds.
Yes, those dweeb. Oh man, dweebs.
How did
takes me
Nerds
back.
survive in the Willy Wonka world, but dweebs didn't? Is this a Hunts and Heinz situation
Nerds
happening
were probably
before our
super
eyes?
cheap to make. That's why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Very cheap.
those things are
Man,
so good.
Wonka had some really good candy back in the
They
90s.
still do.
Because let's be honest, did Nerds even have a flavor? Wasn't it all just one
No,
flavor?
it was just coloring. I feel like
I mean,
colors.
it was a whole bunch. I mean, it was just like candy corn.
They had a flavor. It's
trash.
called
you're
sugar.
a dickhead.
It was, that was just, that's all it was. It was probably the byproduct of all the other sugar in the Wonka factory.
Candy corn is the Jaden Daniels of the NFL
Oh
draft.
Jesus Christ!
You are crossing the
He's
line.
gonna start having euphemisms for everything, and it's gonna revolve around Jade Daniels for everything. You guys, if you're not sick of it yet, just wait till the end of the NFL season because Charles is gonna keep it rolling.
I see.
Oh,
Now,
I remember these.
I remember
I remember
these.
these.
I remember, and another product from Mr. Wonka.
Dinosaur eggs. Wow.
These were
Dude, he was
legit.
fire back then. He had all the freaking candies.
And
super
you'll
legit.
be in a world of good imagination. Man, I love Willy Wonka.
What we got next?
Dino,
Top five.
Dino sour
Top
eggs.
five, top
Man,
five.
these were so
All right,
good.
here we go with the top 5 candies. What the fuck is this?
Lemon heads.
Oh,
Lemonheads.
Lemonheads.
And the cherry pan. You,
Dude,
the-
that's-
yeah.
Oh my
That is
God.
the most
Alexander
racist
the Great.
thing I've ever seen in my life, dude.
Them first 2 boxes look terrifying.
Are you kidding me? How did you get away with that back then? And
That is
Johnny Apple
bad.
treats. Ooh, you look
That
high as
is-
fuck.
Do you know
Is he
how?
not
Do you know
stoned?
how we got by with this? Because people weren't bitches like they are today.
Charles,
all right?
I don't
That
care.
is-
The candy
is
apple boy
bad.
there is fucking stoned to the fucking bejesus, dude.
The Asian one is a little racist.
Yeah, that's just a
Hold on,
little
hold
bit
on.
aggressive.
Go back to the third one. Go down to the
Alexander the Grape.
It looks like
Alexander
2 things.
the
Either
Grape.
a Trojan box that was back in the day or a cigarette box.
Dude,
This
does
is
not
why
look
they
like
had to change
condoms
it.
would be inside of it. That looks like one of your
Oh,
testicles wearing a fucking armor.
Grape flavored condoms.
Oh my God!
Please don't chew.
I forgot.
God, they got away
about
with a
that
lot of stuff
racist
back then.
ass
There's no
candy.
way.
Did they get away
nowadays.
with it, or did we just live through
We
it?
just
No,
dealt
dude,
with
that
it
that
because it
top
wasn't
one is
that
that
big of a
top one
deal.
is bad.
That is
that is
bad.
bad.
Well, that that
That's
one's
like
a little,
3 ninjas gone bad.
Look,
Yeah.
we were bringing recognition to a community that deserved it.
The lettering, the cartoon,
The clan, cherry clan,
If they
the
didn't,
Gonda, the pagoda, whatever you call it.
That
if they
is
didn't
just-
have the 2 triangle hats on, it wouldn't be so racist.
but it's the eyes.
It's
Their
the
eyes aren't even like that.
They're laughing. They're laughing, having a good
No,
time. Your
no,
eyes
that
close
is-
when you laugh.
That
That's
is
so
bad.
crazy.
They
I
came
don't
in all
know.
flavors.
Call it what you want.
Listen, are we going to acknowledge the fact that it also has the euphemism of the red sun?
No, this is bad.
It's bad. Yeah.
Well, maybe they shouldn't have fucked around and found out.
That's true.
Hashtag Pearl Harbor.
Father God.
Jesus.
You want to
Well-
get me on a topic? You go from red coats
favorite-
to
My
hashtag
favorite
Pearl
was
Harbor.
lemon head. My favorite was lemon head. They came in all flavors.
Yeah, I did. I enjoyed the lemon head. Bubble
Bubble
tape.
tape.
Oh yeah.
Bubble tape.
Oh man.
It's still
Worst
around.
bubble gum
Oh
ever.
man.
It's still around.
I'm
didn't
pretty
last
sure
long.
there's
Eat it.
bubble tape in my shit still. I ate so much of this.
Yeah.
There is still bubble tape in my
This
poop.
by far has to be
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst gum ever created.
It
Yeah.
wasn't good. It,
It
was a
was
terrible
poison.
idea, but
It was
they sold a
poison.
shit
There
ton
was
of it.
so much powdered sugar on it, you would come out looking like fucking powder if you ripped too much of
was
it off too
the
quick.
Worst thing.
I would grab a spoon. Can I fucking bring
The
other
idea-
silverware to this?
The idea of it was fucking genius.
Oh man,
But
the commercials
overall-
were awesome, bro.
overall-
Hey, you want me
These
to rip you
commercials
off a
were
6-foot piece
Yeah.
of double tape?
What?
gum.
I'm not. You're not a 6-foot friend. You're a 6-inch friend. You see what I'm saying? That's the
Yes.
greatness of the bubble tape. I'm gonna
That's
give
what
old
she
boy
said.
6 foot.
That's what you say to your friends when they ask for a piece. You'd be like, "This is all you get."
Shit.
Received.
There it
is. This gum was terrible. Did it ever
Bubba.
even form? Did anybody ever get gum from this?
No. Fuck
Shake
no.
and
You
ch-
got
I like how it says
powdery
shake and
fucking
chug.
Bubble crap.
Like it's just dust.
It was just dust. I never got it. Although I don't remember shaking
How
it.
many of y'all? I'm like,
Maybe
Your saliva
shaking it
was
the
supposed to
key.
activate it. That was like, that's terrible. And why is this in the top 5?
Again, grab a cinnamon spoon and just chew down a.
Is this top 5 worst of all time?
It's got to be. That's crap.
There's no way this is.
This
top
stuff
5.
was awful.
What's next?
That was terrible. Oh, Big League
Big League
Chew.
Chew.
I think they just got these out of order.
Oh, this gum was terrible, but you bet your ass I ate
Bro,
pounds
I
of
loved
this.
that shit as a kid because I put a big
Every
old
Little
fucking
League game.
The
I
dude
was
with the
fucking
Oakland A's
Ace
has
Ventura.
a penis on his face. He's got a
goddamn.
dick for a nose.
That's funny.
Yeah, look at the
He
dick
said
nose.
he's got a dick
there.
nose.
This is giraffes all over again.
Oh,
Coming
man.
in at number 1.
It's got to be terrible.
Astro Pops. These
That-
were
didn't have those.
terrible.
Dude, the taste of that was fucking awful.
You would literally die if your parents slammed on the brakes.
There's
The
no
tip
way.
at the end.
Oh, actually, you know what? I do remember these now.
remember.
Yeah.
It
were
tasted
terrible.
like plastic. It literally,
Yeah.
you could, yeah.
If
unnecessary candy ever made on planet Earth.
if they would have marketed it more in a plastic spaceship push pop type,
If it would have
Instead of
tasted like a
making it
bomb
so-
pop,
yeah.
Instead
like
of
ice
making
cream,
it so
like the
phallic.
popsicle.
There's no
Looking
way.
like a
Yeah, it's a
Top
fat.
candy
You notice a
made.
lot of candies look like dicks, right? And kids are
lot of
holding them.
candies are
What the
phallic.
fuck? Only the best foods are shaped like dicks.
That's
Corn dogs.
terrifying.
Oh my God.
It's terrifying.
Pat
What
just said,
movie
"Oh,
is that
best
from?
foods are
We
shaped
need
like
more.
dicks."
Oh, it's super bad.
Fish
We need more-
dicks all
we need
over
more.
again. It's fish dicks all over again.
Oh,
Yeah.
what did gay fish eat? Fish dicks.
Space dick astropop.
All right,
There's no
so
way this is the top candy.
so out of this list, we won't go 5 to 10 here, but what was the number 1? What do you think was the number 1?
Well, I know there's a lot of them that should have been pushed up. I mean, them runts
I
should have been
think
up there in the
Out
top
of
10.
this selection, it should have been
Runts are
Pop
a
Rocks.
terrible candy.
It
Pop
should have
Rocks
been
should have
out of
been
this,
top
Better than
five
that
for
dumb
sure.
shit that was up there.
Those
or Warheads.
those
The
sharks.
Warheads.
Bathe.
Those sharks
I would
are
bathe
sharp.
in this.
Yeah, them
string.
sharks too.
Oh,
the gummy
yeah, the
sharks.
sharks. Yeah, the
Yeah.
sharks ones too.
Listen,
yeah.
there's way more options than that top 5 that we would have went through. We could have made a better.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Next week, everybody.
This is
bring
still
your
better
top
than
10
Runts.
Top 10.
No,
old
it
school
isn't.
candies.
Bitch. Go to the
There's
beach.
the Bubba
you'll get
jug,
the same
though.
shit.
What did
I
you
would
say,
I
Mike?
would
You
bathe
said
in
everybody
this
brings
shit
their
before
top
I
10.
ate candy corn. Also,
Top 10 old school candies that childhood
Yeah.
memories. Your
I'll
personal
make my
favorite
list.
top
I'll
10.
make a list, and we'll.
how
bring
many
it.
of you snorted pixie sticks?
Who
Snorted?
has snorted pixie
I
sticks?
sucked it, dude. Did
Not
you
a-
see the?
You did
the
what?
TikTok
Yeah, that's what
challenge?
she said.
What?
Did you see the TikTok challenge with those jelly straws? People trying to like suck them down. Dudes are all gagging because it feels like a dick in the back of their throat. It's the funniest shit ever. Watch the
Why would
videos.
you do that as a guy?
Listen, at least
I wouldn't do it as a
TikTokers
guy either,
aren't.
but it's funny to watch.
At least they're not doing fucking Tide Pods anymore.
I was
That's
gonna
true.
say,
I
They
mean,
can do whatever
Jesus
they want.
Fucking
Do you
Christ.
guys remember back? It had to be 6-7 years ago now. They were snorting condoms.
No.
They were taking condoms and they were stuffing.
I'm starting to
their
question what the
nose.
fuck you and
and they were
Pat watch
bringing
on
it
our
up.
off time.
No,
I didn't
dude.
wa- I didn't watch
They-
that.
I ain't never seen it.
No, I did.
I
did
don't watch
hear about
nobody
this.
on. I ain't watch nobody sucking fucking gummies
No, I
like
don't think he's
dicks,
talking
and
about
I ain't
watching it.
watching
He's talking
condoms.
about-
Like,
I mean, I didn't watch the Tide Pod things either.
sorry, Mike.
No, it's all good. Like I just remember that shit. When he said that, I was like,
Yeah, I
these
remember.
motherfuckers used to
Here's
use
the thing.
Stupid
How do
They
you
would
not-
snort the
how do you
fucker
not
and it would
choke and
Well,
suffocate.
because they were
because
snorting.
it's not going through your throat; it's going through your nasal cavity.
They
so
were
you're
what?
getting it up through here, and
You're
it's
trying to go
going.
for flavor.
Yeah, I tell you
don't know
what.
about
What they had to do
more
was they
flavor.
snorted baking soda to deviate the septum quicker, and then it just allowed the
Oh, you
fucking
wanna call
condom
it
to.
bake- yeah,
they would.
baking- wink,
Or the
wink,
fucking
baking
morons
soda.
or the morons who snorted like aspirin and Tylenol.
No, we
and all
were
that
doing wink wink baking soda. These fucking Darwin motherfuckers are actually doing
Well,
baking
no,
soda.
yeah. Well, it probably was Tide, the dry shit.
Yeah,
shit, bro.
yeah.
That's-
Liquid goes down faster. Well, let's go to the pods.
The fact that kids even they even think about this shit is ridiculous.
Bro, I honestly think they should take warning labels off that shit. Just let fucking Darwin, just let nature be nature.
Do
the
you know
ones who decide to drink fucking Tide,
Yeah,
that's your
listen,
problem.
we talk about it on the show all the time. We let Darwin be Darwin, but the something that really frustrates me. I have been searching the internet for far too long on what the first warning label was, and cannot find the situation that caused the first warning label. Like, it's just not there. I mean, and in a world where everyone is plastered for doing something, whether it was 5,000 million years ago with this heat fucking crisis or anything else along those lines, I've been trying to find who did what to cause America to go, we need safety labels.
I don't
wonder
know.
if it was medication probably first.
But think about it.
Was
what
it a
do they say in the
plastic
military?
bag?
Maybe.
What do they say in the military? If there's a sign up, there's a reason for it. Like,
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I've been trying to find that fucking reason, and it's itching my brain
bro,
that I can't find the
guarantee
first
you,
fucking.
I guarantee you, it had to be somebody in the military in some level, because we like to do the dumbest.
I'd like to
fucking
take credit for that,
shit.
but there's a lot of fucking people out there eating plastic bags. I'm
That's
betting it was
true.
one of them motherfuckers
true.
first.
We didn't do any of that stupid shit. Although I did make a private eat a part of a MRE wrapper before.
Yeah.
Because
Well, before we wrap up the show, I would like to give Paul just a moment to congratulate him and his Cubbies on winning
Pick out Freddie.
a series that just didn't fucking matter. All right, is this early in the season? It doesn't even matter, Paul. 4 weeks from now, we'll have 3 more series played. We'll see what happens then.
Hey,
It was a good
it's
time,
not
but
about the future. It's about now. And we right now are currently 2-1 on you bitches.
yeah. Well, that's Craig Counsell. He brought all them cheater
Cubbies and the
sheets.
Brewers are in the series.
Yeah, we just finished it up. We
2-1.
took the first one.
We got them too.
I mean, I could sit here and be a 10%er fan or not,
I think
but the
the
bottom
Brewers
line
are
is
still
Brewers.
half a game up on the Cubs. Though.
Technically,
Yeah, we
we're tied at first. Y'all just have it because we have one loss on more than y'all.
Half
It
a
sounds
game.
like a skill issue.
It's fine, bitch. We're gonna see what happens in October.
Sounds like a skill issue.
We'll see who's
But
talking
again-
shit come October.
But that's been you the last couple of years.
Hey,
So,
you ain't gonna know it.
actually, the only shit I got to talk last year was this cool hoodie I got to buy and this hat as they got their asses kicked by Arizona. So,
When was the last time the Brewers won a World Series? We're actually been to one.
No. No.
Man,
If
that's
the gap
terrible.
between your World Series is over 100 years,
Nope, it's
you don't
not.
get to talk
It's not
shit.
anymore. It's not.
No,
it's not
It's
anymore.
not for him anymore.
Hold on.
Yeah.
We got one
talking first?
2016.
We have to
I-
give him
no,
this.
no,
we have
I don't
more.
wanna hear it.
Nope.
The
You
Bucks have a more
Well,
recent
even
one.
though they bought it, yeah.
The Packers have more recent
You
ones.
said, Mike, you said if the gap is more than 100 years. It is no longer more than 100 years.
Okay,
It is-
so
it's
hold up.
Less than double digits.
Hold up. So your last World Series was when?
2016.
Okay, your first World Series was when?
That's irrelevant.
100 years before that, right?
Okay. Have the Brewers
2016,
won a
it was
World
19
Series or even been to
It was like
a World Series?
1905
I'm,
or
I'm
something.
just saying.
The Yankees.
I'm
Nobody
just-
cares about the Yankees right now. They're
I mean,
irrelevant right
look,
now.
if,
Yeah, they
if
haven't
a
won in
team
20.
had if a team had 26 more World Series rings than my team, I'd be upset too. I understand that.
I'm not upset.
But-
We're talking about division rivals here. We're not talking about your bitch ass stripes. Okay? Nobody cares about them little fuckers that got every
Yeah,
number
and listen, if we want to talk about the Yankees real quick, I can pretty much tell everyone to go put money that the New York Yankees have bought their way to the ALCS this year. They haven't been there. Yeah, they have not been there in too long.
The Cubs
and
did win back-to-back in 1907 and 1908 before there was fucking television. So
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll
Isn't that
take-
around the same time that the Jets paid for their Super Bowl against the
a
Colts?
few years later.
Yeah.
I'm not
Listen.
even a baseball fan, so me talking shit about World Series rings like that doesn't even matter at
But
all.
it is. It's going to be a competitive, again, outside of. Oh, all right, hold on.
well, that was 69. So
69. I mean, outside of the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago White Sox, Baseball's in a good. Yeah, we ain't got to worry about them. They've won 7 games so far this year. They're like 7-26.
Dude, that guy for the White Sox though, you got to feel bad for that guy. That guy had like a crazy amount of hype around him.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Tim Anderson is happy he's not there anymore.
Probably.
yeah,
Look.
absolutely. So, fantastic Sunday show as always, gentlemen. Sundays, fun days with the boys. We greatly appreciate you. And by this time, if people don't also know where to find you, go ahead and give that a shout out.
You guys can find us on X at Your Heat Check. The lower third for me at Your Heat Check. You can find him on X at Dat Dude PR. We are on TikTok. We are on YouTube, the Heat Check Podcast. We're on Facebook. The one big announcement that we do have is our merch store is going to be shut down for a little while. I'm going to look into a different option than Shopify. Just give us a couple of weeks and we'll have a new merch store link for everybody and probably some new designs. I've got my guy JD working on some new designs.
Yeah, boy.
That sounds fantastic. And of course, you could find all of our great gear at boysinthewoods906.shop. That's boysinthewoods906.shop. Thank you all so much for clicking, liking, subscribing, listening, commenting, sharing, just being you. We care about you, the individual, you, the person. We care about family. We care about things you care about, unless it's like toenails in a closet. We're not about that toenails with a closet. But if it falls on that page, but otherwise, you as a person, we care about. And the world is a much better place with you in it. Smile more.